Hello. Oh wait. It should be okay. We're not up on there, but yes, fine.
There's a delay.
Yep,
There's a delay.
there goes.
Welcome to our modest guild, where we're finally back from our Christmas vacation for basically a month at this point.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Too long.
Vivinia.
Maldovinia? Come
Excuse me, Tomathul.
Great old one, yeah?
Why are we not worshipping Knuffles here? Come on.
Too many
Excuse
demons.
me. I have always been praising the great one in the sky that decides crits and fumbles.
But does it serve Vol?
That's a throwback.
Oh,
That's a throwback.
Jesus.
that is a throwback. Star Trek! Alright, let's continue.
so who wants to tell me what happened last time in our modest guild, Will?
Oh boy, I might have to
Well,
actually.
I have. Thank you. Will, you know what? Be
I mean,
quiet.
yeah,
I've
you
got
can
it.
go ahead.
I've
You know
got
what?
it.
No,
Oh,
go
Lord.
for it.
I go for Ethan.
I need to get the dates from.
Will?
From Will.
It's the 20th of Akka, and then we have a long rest on 20th, and then so now it's the 21st of.
We left the town that will not be named. That's what I have it in my notes as. After we got our bracelets removed, we traveled for about half a day, and we reached kind of a cliff face when rocks were launched at us. They hit Old Dahlia and they hit Keys.
Nearly killing our poor
Nearly
Steve.
killing our poor steeds and best friends. And then we were attacked by 3 harpies, where they begin to sing and try and get those of us that are not immune to charm effects to walk off the 80-foot cliff. The stones that they threw at us ended up being earth elementals, and a fight ensued. Mihi was able to banish one and maintain concentration on banishment. Cal saved Mihi and Caphriel from yeeting themselves onto the cliff, but he was not able to save Grandpa. Olifius used Storm Sphere to disrupt and force the harpies out of the sky. Cal Spartan kicked the final Earth Elemental off the cliff. And we killed the final harpy, we got Grandpa up, and we kind of licked our wounds, began traveling down. Once we got off the cliff face and kind of into the valley, at that point, Caphriel smelt burning. She said she was hearing laughter, but none of us heard that. None of us were able to use any abilities to sense any of this, and we kept traveling and we made camp for the night. The first 2 watches of Grandpa and Cal kind of went without happenstance. When Olifius took the 3rd watch, a creature, you saw a large creature, faceless creature, right? I believe it's faceless creature kind of scaling the wall, sniffing around, and he woke Cal, and Cal was not able to see it. Fired an arrow at it, which missed, but drew its attention, and we kind of woke everybody up, and Caphriel had a bit of an issue with what was going on.
That's one way of describing it.
One way of describing it. The creature got close, and Cal tried to hit it with his fancy sword. It appeared to just go through it. Caphriel kept trying to summon her patron, which, as the creature...
Cal couldn't see it.
Yep, because Cal couldn't see it. As the creature, began to beat at the tiny hut that we'd hidden in. Eventually, Caphriel's patron showed up and yeeted this creature back into the void. Not sure what to do. The group kind of argued. Can't really call it discussion. Argued on what to do next. Cal left because he'd seen a body of water and he went to pray. Entered the body of water and was able to find his way to Avalon, where he talked with his goddess Vivine for a little bit.
Keeping in mind it was a frozen pond.
It was a frozen
Go
pond.
full armor into a frozen pond.
It takes 10 minutes to get the armor off. Time is of the essence. They talked, and she said that the creeping horror and death had more followers than she did, and that she was not powerful enough to really do anything, but she could buy us some time.
She really needs to promote her Instagram.
Yeah, I should really help with that.
I broke Adam. Love you, Adam.
But she said, I believe it was answers lie below, and we kind of took that. Well, after a second, I got on board with everybody meaning the temple, not the portal. Answers lie below the temple. Cal left and returned the next day, much to everybody's I believe they were preparing to give funeral rites.
Because remember, everybody, time was of the essence.
Time was of the. I didn't know. I didn't timely, wibbly, wobbly. I didn't know it would take me a full day traveling between the planes. A full night, like 8 hours or so had passed when Cal returned, freezing his tail and horns off, and he relayed this information, and that is where we left off.
Its abbreviation is just Chad.
Yeah.
That's so bad good.
Creeping horror and death is just Chad.
Oh my god, you're such a Chad.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you guys to notice that.
Did you notice that earlier? Really?
I
Oh,
can't.
God.
It took till now just to get that. That's why I don't have any hair. Because of things like this.
Oh god, is my patron the incel?
No.
With that many tentacles, there's no way.
M-I-T-H-C-I. So
M-O-U-S-E.
There's no, it's not an acronym. At least I don't know what that word, if that is an actual word.
What are you talking about? The name of Colleen's patron is Maddening in the Churning Heights.
Madness in the Churning Heights.
Madness in the Churning Heights.
M-I-T-H-C-I.
What? Where are you getting the other I from?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Madness in
the
Churning Heights.
Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch.
Mitch and Chad.
Mitch and Chad.
I definitely.
That's their like names on the god plane. Like that's what their friends call them. They're just having a little bit of a fight. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Just a schoolyard scuffle.
This is just the movie Neighbors when Zac Efron and Dave Franco are going to break up. We're in the middle of that right now.
Alright. they just, I'll tell you later.
Well,
Also,
anyways, I'm ready to get this ball rolling with this realization that
Mitch and Chad are having
Chad are fighting over a girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god.
No wonder Chad doesn't like Cal. That just makes even more sense now. Great. I have my boy has two deities now that hate him.
Perfect.
Virgin Mitch versus the Chad. Oh god. Oh lord. So
So Cal has just come back from his thing, told everybody you guys have now started on your way.
Did you tell us? Yeah, you told us that you had found Avalon and all that.
Did I get a full night's rest or no?
Yes, you did.
Sweet. Okay.
with your goddess.
With your girl Vivi.
So it's pretty cold today. It's about 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is very unfortunate for Cal.
Yeah.
You cleaned. You prestidigitation.
Yeah, prestidigitation.
Yeah, but still, now you can't get away from the cold. I can't prestidigitate that away.
I have a. We bought winter gear. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you have Yeti coats.
Yeah. I'll just take a while to warm up.
You okay there, bud?
I hate colds.
Alright. So, guys are now on this is your second day, right?
Yes.
Second day, alright. So, the day goes by pretty uneventful. The sun's out, but there's like a nice dusting of snow on the ground that gets kind of kicked up as you guys are going out the cart and everything like that. Everything seems to be okay.
Not like we're all on edge or anything.
I mean,
Rory living on the moment of truth.
I think we're all kind of living on the edge just a little bit.
Living on the edge.
I got the reference, but we're also possibly running away from an old one, so that's kind of living life on the edge.
Living on the edge.
Thank you.
Yeah, the day goes by uneventful. The bigger lake is still a couple days away. There was like a small one, that's the one you went to, but there's a bigger one. You guys are either have to go around, which will add another 3 days, or find a way to go across it.
Hey, Cal.
Yeah.
Can you hit up your girl Vivi and ask her to could she make a bridge of swords? I hear she hands out swords from these things.
What exactly do we need this bridge for?
I mean, it's a really big lake.
Really big lake.
I'm not sure if a bridge is.
I mean, she's a lake goddess, isn't she? What? Couldn't she just hook us up?
She's buying us time. She said it'll be.
This would buy us time. Is she not a lake goddess?
I'll see what I can. I'll see what she can do.
Maybe we could just build a boat?
Oh,
Do you know how to build a boat, Mihi?
Well, Grandpa might have some skill, or maybe we could turn the cart into a boat. I don't know. I'm just trying to be helpful, Cal.
Adam, are there any trees around?
There's a smattering. It's not a ton. It's kind of more like the plains area.
If we take a little bit and chop down some of these trees, I could make us a boat. Quite quick, in fact.
That might be worth it. Especially if we work together.
I mean, if we're working to cut down some trees, that shouldn't be too difficult.
You say we cut down trees, and I'm kind of just picturing me, but...
Oh, no, I would as well, but we would need enough material to fashion a boat that could carry the carriage and the horses.
I can
blow up a tree.
Change.
We also have magic.
Wait, you can what?
Blow up a tree?
Oh.
Yeah, we have magic.
I feel like...
Yes, I simply need the materials. It doesn't matter the state that they're in.
Olivia seems like he's got this one.
1,000 pieces may be a bit much.
No, it wouldn't be
need a big
1,000
boat.
pieces.
There's only 3 trees.
Damn it.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, which kind of trees are we talking? Are we talking tall trees, or are we talking 6 foot tall?
Maybe 10-foot tall trees.
Does it have to be a wooden boat?
Not necessarily.
A stone boat would be far less effective.
I mean, I would still need enough iron, and I have some iron ingots, but probably not enough to make a boat.
You make pontoons. And you set
Well-
the cart on the pontoons. And lash it
Let
down.
me think
What's a
about
You're a farm
this.
boy, Ethan.
Let me
I've
think
li-
about.
my
We
town.
didn't know that.
Yeah, my town was in a trading town from a river. They used pontoons
Yeah,
on rivers.
it's true.
Let me think about my spell real quick to see if that's something that I can do.
What's a pontoon?
It's like a flat boat with like little floaties
Yeah,
underneath
it's
it.
a flotation device.
I would need some.
It's
I
like
would need,
barges almost.
I would need whatever material would make the flotation-y parts, though.
You could
What-
make
By
them
the
out
way,
of metal.
I just
aluminum. It would be hard.
double checked the map. You guys would get to that lake at the end of the day. It's not a couple days out. I was mistaken.
Oh, well then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
What if you said you just need the materials, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
What if we turned the cart into a boat?
But then
Cart's
what if
not
when we
fully
get to
made.
the
It has
other
to be-
side?
It has to be made out of metal. Metal materials.
It requires at least some metal. The magic of the spell you were thinking of is a little different than what I was thinking. My channeling with Malduin, I can take about 100 gold's worth of materials and turn it into something. I believe a boat might be beyond my reach that way. But if I have the materials already, I can turn it into something of my choice. Anything.
So maybe we just take down some trees on the way. I'm sure we could find enough, just really quickly cutting them down with magic. We just put them in the cart, load them up, and by the time we get to the lake, maybe we have enough.
I could see that.
I mean, there's no way there's only 3 trees between here and the 2 days of travel that the lake is.
One day.
It's at the end of the day.
Whatever.
Thank you, God!
Yeah, thanks, God.
So, Adam, out of character question. So how much gold does an iron ingot cost? If I turned 100 gold into iron ingots of that amount, how many iron ingots would I get?
That is a good question.
Because I could get a decent amount of iron ingots, because I know they don't cost that much. I think they were like 5 silver a pot, maybe.
I don't know. It's not in there. I don't know. Let's see.
In this Dungeon Master Assistance webpage here, I'll post it. It says that iron is 1 silver piece for an iron ingot. Which means I could get 100. No. So 10 for every gold. I get 1,000 iron ingots.
Jesus.
If I just turned 100 gold into ingots. But that is definitely your your ruling on that. I would think more like 5 silver per ingot probably would be
Yeah,
closer.
I'd say that would make more sense.
Or a
I
gold
feel.
per. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say like five silver per ingot.
Okay, so I can make 200 iron ingots with my channel divinity theoretically.
And then with the materials given that, you could maybe make a boat? Thin? Okay. Something that I was also considering is the fact that if you... I don't know how this would work. Can I make a tiny hut on a boat? Would the tiny hut move with the boat?
Yes.
Because the tiny hut
Keeps out water.
keeps out water. Exactly.
Ooh.
But can a tiny hut fit the cart inside of it?
That's what I'm checking.
I don't think it can.
A carriage, because it's not a cart, it's a carriage. It's
Well,
It
yeah,
is a
bigger.
10-foot radius hemisphere.
Oh
Yep.
shit! And our card is only.
No, I think the
'cause-
carriage is bigger than that.
Well, I mean, it's a radius, so it would be 20 feet
Oh,
circumference,
Mm.
and that would, since the radius, that means it's 20 feet this way, 20 feet that way.
We just have to put Oliphius inside the cart.
Hemisphere, not total sphere.
Oh,
'cause, yeah,
hemisphere.
it just-
It's a dome.
I can
Yeah, dome.
I can recast
But if he casts it
Find
upside
Steve
down,
to
I don't know.
something.
I don't think you can do that.
If we have Olivia stand on
Why
his
not?
head,
No, although if you cast it like
I
this
mean,
and then you flip,
if it's flatter, or is this?
I mean, having it flat wouldn't be that necessarily that bad of a thing either. Just have it be on the bottom and keep water out. That might work too. Ooh! I have a joke. Cal, may I tell a joke?
Sure.
Maybe, since Cal is so full of hot air, we tie him above the cart and then maybe we'll float across.
oh, that could be
Mm,
fun. Of course.
I like that.
I have been working on my humor. Was that funny? Yes?
I liked it.
Well, everybody load up into the carriage, and
Oh my
I can
god.
start my channeling to
Well.
turn some of my gold into these iron ingots. As we will require a lot, and I do have some in my bag of holding already, actually, from previous channels.
I think you broke everyone.
I missed it. I was looking at further. What'd you say?
I think you broke everyone.
I missed it.
I'll have to put that in chat then, I guess.
I-
Or unless you already have.
Oh, are you talking about the picture you put up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's great.
For those of you. I was busy on memes while we were talking about building stuff. And I think Mihi may have collapsed and died.
Well,
So
darn shame. New character.
upset.
What's the plan since I was
I'm okay. I'm a normal,
Well,
functioning person.
about the rest of the day to get to the lake, most likely, based on this go, if we are not attacked by more harpies, elementals, of course. I can.
It is
create-
then that I'm just kidding.
And, yeah, and 5 more rocks. But I can create iron from the gold that I have, and then I can use a spell that I've been granted by the grace of Malduin himself to construct a boat if we need to get across the lake. That would probably be the fastest way.
how are we going to move the boat?
I mean, it would come with oars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Side note.
I'm not much of a sailor exactly.
I
did
was
my
just gonna
traveling
ask.
overland with old Dahlia here. So
I wonder how many of us have experience piloting a ship.
When we were on the boat on the way out here, the captain let me hold the steering wheel once.
this would be quite a simple boat. As I said, I don't know too much. Would have maybe a rudder to direct us where we're going, or oars. I'm not quite sure. They're boats. How hard can they be?
Oh dear God.
All dead.
Like smash cut to like the boat's on fire in the middle of the lake. There's like a monster coming out. We're all screaming.
That was for Ethan out of character. That was specifically for you, buddy.
Mhm.
How hard
It's
could
just
they
too
be?
easy.
It's just too easy.
We were on a boat on the way to Brassington, so
Yeah, what's the worst that happened on that boat?
Oliphius and I took a boat over to Mulfir, so been on a few boats in my time, and I have knowledge of crafting. So yeah, you put those things together, and hey, you really just give it a go,
It's the best plan we've got.
There is only one way to actually get real experience.
To be fair, we are going on to the sacred land of your god, Cal? I mean, she's a goddess of the lake.
The one that specifically told me that she doesn't have a lot of power and it's going to take a lot from her to keep us safe from Chad. Yeah.
Yes, that one.
That goddess.
You could always just try, worshipping an old one or something. They're pretty powerful.
And then I end up pulling a ventriloquist act every night and having monsters chase after me. I think I like the path we're on. Boat plan
Yeah.
is
We don't
first.
know if that's specifically because me and Mitch.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna start channeling divinity. One of my
Are we
two
making that
casts
connection
of it.
in characters that's their name?
That was
Okay. Okay.
And I will turn 100 of my gold into 200 iron ingots. As many as I can fit into my bag of holding.
I will stay on Gideon and like patrol around.
Oh wait, are we stopping for the night? Or are we at the lake now?
It'll take us the. Yeah. How long has it?
I told him to
Big
assume that we were traveling while we were talking. Yeah, can we just be at the lake unless something happens?
Yeah. So you guys,
If that's the sorry, if that's the case, I'll channel divinity twice if it takes more than 2 hours. I don't know how much iron I'll need, so I'm making more than I might need. So 200 gold from me.
so so as dusk begins to begins to happen, you guys get to the lake and you guys see that the lake is covered in a sheet of ice.
Concerns.
How
This
thick?
is
Yeah.
how thick.
Oh boy.
You'd have to go and check.
I will go check.
Is it as thick as Cal's goddess?
I was gonna say his skull instead, but that works. Let's take a rock first before we try
I
with our
walk out
lives.
onto the lake.
Cal, no!
You
Oh
know,
my
you
God.
just proved her right.
I have to. She said it, which means I. She challenged me. I have to do this.
I do not know how to interact with him. You insult him and he just tries to prove you wrong. You compliment him and he says you are wrong. What am I supposed to do?
Point him in the right direction.
The right direction is back on land, Cal! Where it is safe.
Cal, there's no way that you can stand on land.
Oh boy.
How far did I make it out onto the ice?
You made it out so you go over to the lake, the edge, and you kind of step on it, and it feels solid.
Mm-hmm.
And you take another step, feels solid.
Mm-hmm.
Take another step, feels pretty solid. You take another. Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
Either he makes it back onto land and I win, or he falls in and he doesn't make it back on land and I win, because that technically means I'm right.
That's a 6.
Big
So
Oh
as
my
you
God.
as you take that fourth step, you're pretty confident, and your foot touches the ice, and you go shoo, bam, and your face slip, bam onto the ice.
Oh. Oh, okay,
Oh,
that was not
okay.
as bad as I thought it was going to be.
See, thicker than my skull, didn't break.
Wait, so does that imply your skull broke? Are you okay?
Did I take any damage?
Grandpa
No,
from
you-
inside the carriage. So how's it look? I've made a lot of iron. Like a lot of iron.
It is frozen.
Oh no.
Actually, this
There's
is
a lot
so.
of iron in
You
here.
could turn them into ice skates.
Oliphius.
I could
and
make
maybe us,
probably
two
200
smartest
ice
people.
skates. If not more.
I don't know if this.
Yes.
Carriage-sized ice skates.
First, I go back to land to prove that I could stand on land. After I unceremoniously dust myself off and return to land. Second, so the river would sometimes freeze over, and they would cut out a hole of the ice, and to see if it was thick enough to walk on, move across the lake that way. I have no idea. Well, I might have an idea after I think on it a little bit about how thick it needs to be for us to cross, but we could try and do that to see if.
I mean, I can try and remove a portion of the ice, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I was hoping that you would just kind of know because you're really smart. Well, the two of you are really smart.
I
Who is he
have
pointing
just...
at?
Mihi and Oliphius.
Capriel's myth.
This is
I am
the
kind of
first
an
time
expert on
I've run
ice.
into snow.
That's true. I forgot that, but I don't know what they teach.
That
in
is not
fantasy.
true. We had a snowball fight, Oliphius.
No. I mean on this year, this is the first time I've run into snow.
No, well, out of character. No, you did have a snowball fight.
No, he's
No, I
saying
know.
this year of his life is his first interaction with snow.
Oh, okay, I understand now. I mean, I can use the sword and saw it out. I was just hoping that because of fancy education outside of your mother and father teaching you things that you might be able.
That I could probably
Sure,
do.
let's try and put our heads together.
Question out of character. Cafriel lived
Mhm.
up in the north. Would she have any sort of insight, Adam, to this kind of thing?
I mean, if
Usually it's like the
Good question.
coloration of ice.
Yeah, that's a good question because you lived on the cliffs basically, so you didn't really go down too often, and the waves are usually a little too
the ocean,
strong for ice to form on
there
top
was
of
might
it.
have been a river. Like I'm going off of the river and just kind of knowing the temperament of the continent and making an assumption that happened.
Can we make
Yeah,
a nature check?
not the way that the cliffs works because the city. So how Kavanagh cliffs work? At least I've always thought this,
Mhm.
Colleen. This is how I've always thought it. The second we talked about the Kavanagh cliffs,
Yeah.
is that so there's the one cliff and then there's a bridge to basically a pillar, like a giant pillar of stone. And
So the
where, half the city is in, and then there's another bridge. The other half of the city is in another bridge, and that's where the cabin.
Oh, so it's the Iron Islands.
I was
Visually.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know what that is. What is that? Is that
Game of
the-
Thrones.
Oh, that must have happened after I stopped watching.
It was in season 1,
I don't
think they went
remember
to the
that.
Iron Islands in season 1.
but you saw them in season 1.
Did you?
Pretty sure.
I
Because
didn't watch
the
season
mention-
1, so-
doesn't matter. Anyway, regardless,
But yeah, that's how that works. That's how the countdown clips
Yeah.
are.
can we make a nature check to see if we can tell just roughly how thick the ice might be?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
See if I'm
ugh.
proficient.
I have +6. Anybody want to
give
help me out?
whoever doesn't guidance.
Nature. I've got +3.
Anybody have
I've got a survival.
I don't
Yeah,
have
would you take
proficiency.
survival?
Yeah, I'm proficient in survival and I have a +6.
Adam, would you allow survival?
I'm gonna roll nature. Can I take guidance?
Yeah, I'd say nature or survival works.
Okay. I have a
Grandpa, can I
+6
get
in
guidance?
survival.
Yeah, I've got +6 in nature.
Assist Capriel.
I'll
And,
try with nature as
Then
well.
on Mihi, I'll give you guidance.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's about right.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
25
Oh.
24. Nice.
25 for me, he nature, and 24 for survival for Cafriel.
Nice. So the both of you can kind of you guys can't really see that well through the ice, so you guys kind of have to kind of carve at it a bit. You guys gather that it's about 9 inches thick.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I think so. Does the survival let us know if that's thick enough to cross on the?
Yeah, it should be.
Should be. Awesome. Okay.
So it should be safe. Should be, but we should be careful regardless.
Is it safe with the added weight of 200 iron ingots?
400 iron ingots I channeled twice. I thought we were building a boat, guys.
We can turn them into skis, like a sled dog team. Well, I don't know.
Grandpa opens the back of the carriage, and it's just whatever didn't fit in his bag of holding. It's lined from floor to ceiling. Iron ingots just stacked up.
We should make something
Well.
out of that.
Well, what would we
What about
do?
those fancy the ballista on the boat?
Armor for old Dahlia, because she keeps getting attacked or something. I don't know.
That
Ice skates.
actually wouldn't be too bad.
Armor for the cart.
Adam, I hate to ask a Oblivion DLC based question, but how much is horse armor?
So armor is equal to. That's actually I was thinking that when the armor was brought up. Where is my DM?
But you want
screen?
donkey
Over there.
armor instead, right?
Hey Libby, would you be a deer?
Because we do have to cover our ass.
Actually,
Over on the table? Sure.
it doesn't matter what the cost is because I already made the ingots. and I would just need to use the spell now. Okay, and I can make this because I do have proficiency with the artisan's tools that are related to it, which would be smith's tools. Okay, so I guess I'll do this. I was gonna use this for like a cooler thing, but hey, might as well give keys or key and old Dahlia some horse armor and donkey armor. So yeah, Grandpa will start basically open the doors of the carriage so he has vision of all the 400 iron ingots that are in here. And Adam will have to tell me how much iron ingots it takes to armor up a donkey and a horse.
So what kind of armor do you want? Because this is how it works.
Oh yeah.
So barding an animal costs 4 times the amount of whatever that armor you're making is, and it weighs twice as much.
Okay.
So the question is, what kind of armor do you want to make for them? Because it technically costs 4 times the amount.
Okay.
Theoretically, make leather horse armor. Ugh.
No, it'd have to be metal of some kind.
I know you would, but like theoretically, you can make it at some point in time.
I guess I don't really know too well the cost of things, but probably just like how much is half plate?
That's gonna excuse me.
Probably be chain, to be honest. I think that's probably expensive.
Oof, chainmail in cold weather. That sounds uncomfortable.
Put like
How much money do we have at our disposal? Because half plate is 750 gold.
Yeah, don't have 4 times that? No way.
Yeah, so how much money do you have total?
So, okay, this is getting a little complicated, and I'm sorry for it. I've got 2 different things. I've got Channel Divinity, which the cost of it matters. And then I've got Fabricate, where just the raw materials and the number of raw materials is the only thing that matters. So if I have the mass amount of raw materials to make the thing, I can make the thing.
It doesn't matter the cost.
It doesn't matter the cost.
Okay.
At least according to the
go
spell.
off of weight, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say let's go off weight then.
Okay.
So you would need.
So half
so
plate
you said
is 40
half
pounds.
plate- So you would need 80 pounds of iron ingots. So how much does an iron ingot weigh?
About to try to find out.
Oh my god. How did we get this far? We've done some technical crunches before, but this is...
Okay.
This is a
This
level.
says that iron weight per cubic foot is 500 pounds.
So then how much is in a cubic foot?
Oh god, I didn't sign up for this amount of math.
they're probably if I had
Wait, hold on. Iron ingot D&D 5e.
Why did it open up Amazon? That's not what I clicked.
You must buy iron ingots, Adam.
Let's see, an iron ingot.
you check Amazon, it might have shipping weight.
So it's a molecular. So an iron weight has a molecular weight of 55.85.
Oh my fucking god.
That doesn't
I
mean
don't know
I
what
anything.
never
that
thought I'd
means.
hear molecular weight in
Nothing
D&D.
in this check Amazon and see if it gives us a shipping weight.
I found
Hold on a second.
I found something that says a 2-pound bar of silver is worth 10 gold. So how much are the ingots worth a piece?
5 silver.
Okay, so they're about 1 pound a piece. Using rough math.
Okay.
Really, really rough math. A pound a
Alright.
piece.
400
Yeah,
pounds.
Sure,
I,
let's do
I
that.
just
That's
found that
much easier.
too.
I actually have more than that because I had already channeled stuff
Yeah,
from previous
yeah, you have
streams.
like 400
I have-
pounds.
I have 658 iron ingots right now.
Oh,
Yeah. That's effectively roughly 3 channel divinities worth of
Why
these
are we
ingots.
just not selling iron ingots?
I mean, because it costs 100 gold to make them, I would make the same return on investment.
And if we make them into horse armor, they're worth more. So really, we should be a horse armor business. No, we should be donkey armor specifically, and
Okay.
we'll call it cover your
So-
ass.
It
I
takes
added it to the list of D&D businesses for us.
perfect.
Good.
Tired from adventure.
All right. So, in that case, I would have enough for. God, where did I have the thing? The weight of. Oh man, I gotta find it again now. You know, I'll just leave it up to you, Adam. do I have enough iron ingots to make horse and donkey armor? Like pretty basic.
Well, if you need 80 pounds and each ingot is about a pound of iron,
Yeah.
that means
And
you
you have
definitely
683
fucking have enough to make to make it.
Okay.
with change.
With okay. I'm just gonna subtract 200 iron ingots just cuz. You know?
I would be about 160 if you wanted to do two.
What was that?
Sure.
I vote
160.
just to 200. How many times
The
can you
deck-
cast
200 to make it simple.
How many times can you cast Fabricate?
One time.
Fuck. Awesome.
But the
Fantastic.
thing is, I can make object or objects contained within a 10-foot cube or 8 connected 5-foot cubes.
Oh, yeah.
So I have plenty of space to work with, as long as I have the material.
Should make sleds that we can lock in the carriage in.
I mean, if Adam allows me to make multiple
telling
things
you.
in one fabricate spell, I can make the armor and some sleds, I guess.
Well, yeah, that's
It just needs to take up the area.
yeah.
Yeah.
It says objects.
Yeah. Alright, so alright, now that this is all
cut out for this intense math.
yes. Sorry, chat. I hope you like a lot of
Mathematics.
planning math and specifications here. Alright, so
Make
Grandpa
ice
will
skates while you're at it.
does anybody else have other things they want added to this? I've got a running list at this point.
800 iron ingots is a lot to cross the ice on, so please, as like
A bunch of swords. Might as well. We can sell them.
Okay.
sleds
Huh.
since it's snowing.
I'll make sleds for each of us. That's 5 sleds.
5 sleds, 5 pairs of figure
Five,
skates.
five and a half sleds. I'll make one for Grumbles, of course.
Adorable.
It's like a quarter of a
Tiny
sled.
Um,
He sits down and he brings out his alms box and starts planting it
trying
on
to
the
think of
ground.
anything else we
And
might
kind of
need.
waves at you guys like you're not expecting that this would
Oh,
go this way.
oh,
He's planning to make a
snowshoes.
goddamn boat.
Do we need snowshoes?
They would be
Okay.
metal. They would be metal snowshoes.
It's
Yeah,
not
we
a
can
surface
try.
area, it's not. And they do what?
I mean,
Oh,
if you
ice axes like those picks?
sure.
Pittance.
Thank
Pittance would
you.
Climbing cleats? Climbing cleats?
A fishing rod? So we can eat while we're out there?
It would just no. I'm vetoing some of these.
I need an iron watering can, an iron pickaxe,
Hey,
an iron
hey, hey.
Can you make a crab bucket?
Anyway, and he shakes his head and he places his hands together right above his alms box,
A
which
bucket
starts
isn't
to
a bad idea, actually.
glow brightly on the ground in front of him. And you can see as he starts beginning to concentrate, channeling his energy along with Malduin's will, you can see that rising from his sitting position is a spectral kind of red glowing version of Grandpa. Comes out, goes over, picks up an iron ingot. And then 3 more come out of him. And then 5, and then 10, and then 50. And they all start taking the materials, working at these kind of ethereal stations, crafting all the things, bending the metal, shaping it, and melting it down. And it's just like a veritable workshop of Grandpas, all made of these kind of red, kind of fiery spectral forms, as they get to work setting out to create all of these things, starting with the sleds. And it takes 10 minutes to do so. And they seem to be working in faster and faster pace to use up all the materials that are presented before them.
Cathriel remembers this for the sex dungeon.
Oh, God.
That's terrible.
But Grandpa...
See, I thought of Santa immediately. I'm like, he's his
But-
own elves workshop, and
Yeah, but Grandpa himself is
Yeah.
sitting on the ground, meditating, hands in front of him. The alms box kind of burning really brightly, the fire inside it burning extremely brightly as the spell is cast.
Nice.
And by the end of it, he opens his eyes, and before him and before you all, the finished 5.5 sleds, some snowshoes,
5 pairs of snowshoes, 5 pairs of skis.
the ice picks, like I'm forgetting something. Oh, the horse and donkey armor, as well.
How much?
What does that improve their AC to?
It will increase it to probably 17. I'm guessing their dexterity is at least +2. See, because Oldal is a mule. Shit. There we go.
And we're stopping for the night here, right?
Oh no, her dexterity is +0. So
Oh.
hers is 15.
It's 15.
And Key is a riding horse. Oh wow, the Key's dexterity is also +0. So they have been upped to 15.
Nice.
Which is way higher than it was before, which was 10.
What was it? Yeah, 10.
Oh, okay, that should be everything. Ugh.
Good job, Grandpa.
Thank you. That been wanting to use that one. I had a feeling that it was something that Malduin gifted me. Dream I had the other night. It is what it is.
And we're
That
camping
seems to
here for the
be-
night, right?
From the sounds of it, yes. That seems to be how most of us have revelations, is crazy dreams coming from someone or somewhere.
All of you are infringing on my aesthetic.
That is first off, no, because
I'm
my
gonna
goddess
go
is a
make
goddess
the
of dreams,
hut.
as well as rivers and bodies of water. So this is not just you do not have a monopoly on dreams. If anything,
I
they're
was
infringing on
Making
our
fun
aesthetic.
of you.
Mhm.
I was making fun of you
Mhm.
because lightning is
Mhm.
my thing.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
everyone has lightning now.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
'cause
make
I
the
got
hut
hit by
now.
lightning on purpose.
I
What?
didn't get hit on. Okay, on purpose is a general.
Yes,
I had
you
a
did.
feeling
Yes,
from
you-
God. When God tells you to do something, you don't say no.
Ooh! If she told you to pull your pants down and bend over, would you do that too?
Sure, why not?
Okay,
He hesitated.
But Capriel, that's lewd.
Has it ever stopped her before?
No.
God,
Oh,
please
Malduin,
already.
you see how they boast. They'll understand one day.
You'll understand. Not all of us is going to live 400 years. Burn
If
bright,
you
die fast.
eat your vegetables, I'm sure you will, Cal.
My mom said if I ate my vegetables, I would get smart, and that did not happen.
Oh, that's very.
I was gonna
Very
say your mom
unfortunate.
probably told you to eat your vegetables and Dad would come back.
My father died 8 months ago, so no, that didn't happen at all.
Olympius,
Maybe
that's
if you
terrible.
if you eat your vegetables, your mother will love you. So
Oh!
I've tried. It didn't work.
Hatchling, please, vegetables do none of these things.
Can we just eat our vegetables to be as
This
healthy
is
and happy as we
horrible.
can be? Please?
well,
I never ate my vegetables. My father hates me. Let's go.
So hang
So hard.
on. If we're
You
continuing
made ice
the trend
shoes too, right? Will?
of bad things to say, Mihi, if you ate your vegetables, maybe the scars would go away.
I'm going to bed.
see,
He storms the fuck off, very upset.
Olympius, you have to remember that the audience is important for your humor. We dish back and forth. He is what's the word I'm looking for? Because she can, but audience, that's the important part of humor, is your audience. Delivery and audience, those are the important aspects. The one-liners work because my audience likes them.
I'm gonna make my hut.
I'm gonna
So,
go
Will, you
look
made
for
ice
lightning
picks,
struck
ice
by.
shoes.
I'm right here.
Mm. It's been a month.
I mean, unless Mihi wants to sleep in the cold, she'll have to wait for the hut as well.
Yeah, Mihi's sleeping. She's nowhere near these people. Fuck them. She's leaving.
Do you have a tent?
Nope.
What
She's
did
got-
I do?
She's got a bedroll, though.
She has a cart.
Cool.
She also has a
Great.
plan.
Okay. I would like to know this plan, otherwise you'll be taking exhaustion.
Okay.
Especially when you're afraid of fire.
Is it my turn or your
Oh, fair enough. That
Is it
works.
My turn or your turn to go after Catherine?
I'll go.
She's not going that far away. She's just like not with the group.
I'll go. You should probably not go. You're very bad at the thing.
I did
Why?
well after
Yeah,
the...
So do I make the hut?
Kev.
I would say so. Grandpa's looking to sleep in the hut after all this.
Okay.
I'll tie the horses up and to the cart.
And don their new armor.
Yeah,
Put their
Grandpa's.
armor on them with Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa works on that. If you're getting.
Actually, I should probably not go on when they're just going to sleep.
That's true.
Kavriel goes after Mihi to make sure that she's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She's just setting up her bedroll against like a tree, a little bit away.
You know, Mihi,
Hmm.
there was an invisible entity after me the other night, and it pounded on the indestructible magic hut.
I know. I plan on doing something about it this time.
What?
Just trust me. I think I might have a way to get some information about it, like I was telling you last time.
But you can't see it.
I'll be back in the hut later tonight. I just need some time alone.
You know, Olivius is really bad at humor. I know he's trying to, like, improve, but he's going to make some fumbles.
Oh yeah, no, the joke actually did not bother me that much. It hurt a little bit, but I've gotten better at taking things like that since traveling with this group. Kind of by necessity, but really, it's fine. I'll be in eventually. I promise, I'm okay.
Insight check. Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh.
22.
How do I roll without her seeing which thing I'm rolling?
I
I don't think they're.
can
I
read.
guess roll a standard D20.
That's
and
right.
That's not gonna be the 22 though.
No.
The joke bothered her a little bit, but she really is out here. It was you get the sense that it was more a convenient excuse and that she wanted to be away from the group for some reason.
Okay. Gabrielle kind of squints and she's just like, what should I tell them?
Just say I'll be back later.
Do you want to keep up the ruse of you being upset?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Alright. Well,
Good night.
if you need anything, I'm just over there. Inside the impenetrable magic hut, because I personally do not want to die.
I'll be in there eventually.
Okay. And she
I
makes her way
promise.
back.
Okay.
'Kay.
Most people go into bed.
We were setting a watch, so
Yeah. Before setting watch, Grandpa's gonna go over and bring an extra blanket to Mihi.
Thank you, Grandpa. I'll be in shortly. Don't worry.
It's pretty cold out here. Just wanted to make sure.
I know. Thank you.
Head back.
who's taking
So-
the first watch?
I can take first watch.
Okay. I'll take third watch.
You don't have dark vision, right?
Oh no, I don't.
I can take third
Do
watch.
you guys have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
I do.
Oh, okay, then I guess you guys. Sure.
Take second watch.
Grandpa's
I'll take
going to
third.
sleep after casting that big old 4th level spell. Woo!
I don't have dark vision, but I'm the only one who can see the thing, so
And like the first watch, part of it will be.
yeah,
lit.
that'll help.
It's
probably.
winter, so maybe not. But
I thought Olivius could see it too.
Olympia's
Yeah.
yeah.
I can.
But apparently nobody believes Cal that Levine can protect us. So whatever. She can build a.
I never said that.
Hey, I've never said anything about believing you or not believing you.
I can feel your doubt.
Look, man, Chad has more Instagram followers than Levine.
God.
So sick. Sick post gym selfies and reflexes.
Yeah.
20 inch biceps will do that.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, moving on.
So what should I roll for first watch?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You're kind of like looking around, just seeing, you see Mihi kind of standing out there.
I mean, she's gonna like lay down in her bedroll. Like she's not just gonna
Yeah.
stand in the clearing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yes, this is great.
So you see you're laying down in her bedroll out.
I'm waiting my distance.
Pulls out Grim, starts reading.
Okay.
Grim, we need to go back there. We need to go back to that place.
I wasn't there with you.
Well, then I need to go back. Do you know how we can get back there? It may have information that we need.
I don't know.
Let's try and recreate it exactly as it happened. She's gonna try and she's gonna start reading the same story she was reading, doing the exact same thing she did on the night that she got transported to the library.
Mm-hmm. So you start reading. You're reading your story, and your mind just keeps going to the place. You're not really focusing on the story. You kind of lose track and go back, and your mind keeps going back and back to that place. And then something's in your eyes, kind of rub it a little bit, and you open your eyes, and you're now there.
She'll do a little happy dance, completely soundlessly. All right, and then she's gonna take out a piece of parchment, write on it, and then find one of the little bookkeeper origami people floating around.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll hold up.
They're all over around you.
Yeah, she'll get one's attention and then pull out the piece of paper, and it will say "Madness in the Churning Heights" or "Creeping Horror and Death?" ?
It sits down on the piece of paper as if it's absorbing the words out of the paper.
Yeah.
And then it floats up. It starts gliding down. Starts gliding down the little.
She'll follow it.
Aisle. That's the word. Couldn't think of the word for this thing there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're following it silently as it's just going slowly. It's not like it's in a rush or anything. Eventually it turns and goes down a different aisle. And it goes for a while. It seems like you're walking for
Yeah.
Oh god, a good hour.
It looks like it's moving with purpose, though, right? It's not just wandering.
Yeah. It's not one. It's not like I said. It's not a rush, but it definitely doesn't look like it's just kind of wandering about.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely looks like it is leading you. You can see it it turn its paper head to make sure you're following every once in a while to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So you pass an hour, 2 hours. 3 hours. Eventually it turns down another aisle. And you're walking for a good 10 minutes before all of a sudden it stops.
I look around at the books that I'm near. Anything on the spines?
It glides up a little bit.
Oh.
Kind of a good 20 feet up in the air, and you watch as it kind of unfolds from a person into what looks like an origami hand, and pulls it out, gently brings it down to you, and hands it over.
She'll take out another piece. Thank you very much.
Kind of bows, and then
she'll give a little bow back. What's the book cover say?
What languages can you read again?
Everything.
Oh yeah, you have the thing.
I have Eyes of the Runekeeper. I can read every language.
Nice.
True.
But the ones I can read natively, I don't know if this helps or not, or like helps me identify what it is. But the ones I can read natively, if I can find my note on it, are Abyssal, Aquan, Celestial, Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, Elvish, Halfling, Infernal.
This appears to be in. It looks like to be a deep speech.
Okay, what's the title say?
It basically it doesn't really have a title on it, or if at least not anymore.
It's like faded.
Kind of.
Okay.
You know, so you know how like on some books there's like it's like a metal plate on there that has the title and it's kind of
Yeah.
like bolted in. It looks like that was the case, but the plate is off.
Okay. She's gonna open it and start flipping through specifically things for Madness in the Churning Heights or Creeping Horror and Death. She's gonna try to take the book out with her when she leaves, but
And the book screams.
doesn't. Yeah, don't know if we can do that yet. So we're just gonna keep. We're gonna read as much as we can while we're here.
So you're kind of flipping through. And from what you gather, it seems that the Great Old Ones, at least these two, don't really have like a physical form. They're more manifestations.
They're like a force.
Yeah, they're like a force. I'm not making a Star Wars reference, I promise.
That wasn't the reference that I thought you were making.
Then I have no idea what you think I'm thinking.
Cosmere, you nerd.
Oh, but yeah, they're more like a force than anything. It's just, it's more people give them like the form in their minds than more than anything like that.
Okay. Okay.
It appears that they act a lot like gods in a way. The more followers they have, the more powerful they are. But they've been around longer than the gods themselves. At least that's what this book says.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that Madness in the Churning Heights and Creeping Horror and Death are not the most powerful of these beings. And they've also been gone for a long while. At least what you gather, you know. It said they've been missing for a good couple hundred years, and this book looks ancient. Like,
Okay. And actually, Mihi's gonna snap her fingers, and she's gonna pull out a piece of paper and start taking notes on all this stuff. So just in case you can't bring the book out.
A D20, please.
Oh shit! Because I snapped my fingers. Oh.
You can make parchment appear by snapping your fingers?
No, it was just like a ha-ha, but
Oh,
I made noise.
Sorry, I thought you said like you snap your fingers and make.
That'd be cool as fuck. No, she's
See,
just.
you snap your fingers and like going like looking around, like listening, and you don't hear anything.
Okay, she's gonna be taking notes on this whole thing, but continue.
It seems that Madness in Churning Heights seems to be strongest in areas that have like basically like cliff sides and you know like places where the waves crash into
Stone.
into something into
Yeah.
stone, yeah. Where Creeping Horror and Death seems to be most. I use the word powerful in more of a vague sense, not like they actually gain power from this, so they seem to be more more present in areas where like Creeping Horror and Death seems to be kind of areas where like death happens a lot more often than normal, like battlefields, gallows, stuff like that. There's not a lot about these two beings specifically, other than that. There's lots of like which you can see kind of like theories or maybe like where these things came from or whatever, but most of it seems to be like very basic knowledge.
Okay. I'm gonna scan the titles around next to it once I've gotten through that piece and see if there's anything else that might be kind of tangentially related or anything that might help.
Roll me investigation.
Can I use my researcher background to get me any bonuses here?
You can add a D4 onto it.
Thanks. 20. Dirty.
Nice. Kind of looking around, you don't really see anything about the Great Old Ones. You do see what looks like to be something in regards to pacts and how it works, maybe.
She'll grab that one with great interest. Basically do the same thing. Quick scans, taking as much notes as she can, and then she'll also attempt to take that book out with her when she goes. But
basically what the book says, kind of speed reading through it, basically kind of gives off a list of like what kind of different pacts can happen. Like finding a source of great power and having it bestow upon you power in itself. There are some people who kind of like just have a pact when they're born, like they don't know how they got it, they just have always had it. There are some people who have kind of an antagonistic relationship with their pact, like a more friendly relationship with their pact. And there appears to be a section that says it says how to force a pact on a creature of greater power. But it appears the page is kind of torn halfway through, so you can't read it all.
is there anything about forcibly breaking a pact?
It says that there is a way to break a pact on you, but you can't seem to find one that forcibly breaks a pact for another.
Unless you are a party in that pact, you cannot break it.
Yes.
Okay.
But it does say it is a very dangerous thing to do, to force a break of pact.
Anything else interesting in there or anything valuable?
No, not really.
All right. One last quick look. Anything else around? I figured I've spent probably 2 or 3 hours in here at this point, at least.
Oh, you at this spot specifically?
Yeah, probably.
You probably spend a good hour or so. You're getting a little tired for sure.
Anything else?
Not really. At least nothing in connection with pacts or Great Old Ones, stuff like that.
Okay, and nothing specifically in Madness and the Turning Heights, like a catalog of old gods or anything?
Not in this area, at least.
Okay. She'll think to herself, that's enough for one night. She'll take those 2 books, attempt to have them in her bag, make sure that she has her notes in her hand, kind of rolled up in her hand. And then she'll try and... How did she get back last time? Did she just kind of wake up, or did she go back to where she started? I couldn't remember. She'll try to recreate whatever it was that got her out the first time.
What she did was she found a little dude and told them that she wanted to go back.
Okay, she'll do that then.
Okay.
Return, please.
Okay. So it looks down, kind of lays down, absorbs the words, and then you wake up. Not wake up, but there's some blink in your back.
Okay. Does she have her notes in her hand?
You do have your notes.
She'll check the bag for her for the books that she was carrying.
You do not have the books.
Well, I got these, at least. Whew. She'll take her bedroll, pack it up, and head into the hut.
And who's on watch?
Me.
Will, you're muted.
It's been
Well,
So what
I
kind of
was
time
on
is it?
watch.
yeah.
You're still on watch. You basically watched Miki kind of lay down for like a good couple seconds, and then she just kind of gets up.
Okay. And I
Like
just
literally,
kinda,
she like it looks like she laid down, pulled out Grim, read it for like maybe a minute, and then kind of like shut it and gets up.
okay. And then she walks back.
Does she?
Yeah, she walks back into the hut.
Why did you need to do that way out there?
I didn't go anywhere.
No.
I didn't. How long have I been out there?
You literally just pulled out your bedroll, got all snuggly with Grim, like you always do, read it, shut it, and packed up and came back.
Do I feel like I've just spent 4 hours somewhere? Do I feel like it's
You
4 hours
feel
in the
that?
night?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, I just wanted some privacy to read. Grim and I put our heads
For a-
together.
For a minute? Like literally 1 minute? You
There
spent
was-
longer setting up your bedroll than you did reading Grim.
There was some psychic stuff that Grim and I did, and we came up with some
Like a-
research that may help you with your situation. She'll pull out her
Out
thing of
there.
notes.
This
Yeah, I've got some information on
Can
medicine in
I-
Shining Heights.
Can I insight? Because
This-
that's kind of
I don't see
weird.
why you have
This-
to ask for that.
This one's absolutely deception.
Yeah.
That's 16. Fuck!
Yay!
She's kind of spooky, and her and Grim do have a special weird psychic thing going on.
If this is a sex thing, then
A what thing?
I'm not gonna judge. But if
Catherine,
there's
how
some
could you
sexy,
think that?
I don't know. Does he like paint sexy pictures for you in there?
No!
Mm.
Never!
Mm-hmm.
Insight.
He's like my best friend!
That's what they always say.
I mean,
That's how it
I've
starts.
done some weird things with my best friend. That's what best friends are for.
I don't know how to handle this conversation. Here, I found some helpful notes for you. Would you like to hear them?
Sure.
She'll relay what she found in the library. Everything about how to forcibly break pacts for somebody else. She'll just, say this is how you break a pact,
And
by
you
yourself.
got all of this from
Grim.
1 minute of reading Grim by yourself in the snow.
Our ways can be mysterious sometimes, but this is just what happened.
Okay.
Yep, gonna go to bed.
Where the fuck? I think she ate some bad mushrooms or something. It's that stone soup.
That's
My stone soup is delicious, thank you.
I know, but you must have found some weird mossy stones because this information came out of nowhere.
Yes,
Where's your
because
sources?
weird mossy stones would give me exactly what we're looking for and
MLA
super helpful
citations.
information that makes
I would
sense.
like to see your citations because this could have been a fever dream. How's your temperature? Do tieflings run hot?
No, I run cold because I have the ice demon in my blood.
Levestus?
Mm-hmm.
I know things.
You do know things.
And I
Yeah, I
would
think-
like to know how you know this. Where's your sources? Have Grim show me.
Things have been changing lately, and I've found a way to get in touch with some other books when I read Grimm.
cheating.
Not talking books, but it's like I have a whole library. Maybe in my head? I don't know. I can't explain it. Look, you can't tell anybody else. They're gonna freak out about it. Cal already thinks I do weird stuff. If he knows that weird things are going on with me that I can't explain, it's gonna be even worse.
Oh. Are you sure this is safe?
Mine immediately flashes back to the giant demon that chased her through the thing last time. Perfectly safe.
Inside.
Okay. Oof. She's
With
scared.
that low deception, there's probably like an eye twitch.
She's scared. She like nervous sweats. Like, oh yeah, everything's fine. It's totally safe.
Maybe we should share this piece of paper, huh?
No, the paper you can share with them, of course. Just not.
No. Share what's on the piece of paper. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
What? With everyone? Yes, that was the plan.
No.
What do you
Wink,
mean,
wink,
Capriel?
Nudge, 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 nudge. Breaking packs, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink.
What?
Looks
I'm
at
not
Grim,
sure.
looks at me, he like shoves paper.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Go to bed.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. Just please don't say anything.
My lips are sealed.
But feel free to give the information to people in the group. I feel like that would be helpful. Or just wait until I wake up. I was gonna make copies for everybody so we all had it, but
Bold of you to assume I will read those.
bold of me to assume that Cal can read.
My intelligence is above average, thank you very much.
I know it was a joke.
I know.
As
Your
an out of
intelligence doesn't mean
character
you can
joke.
read.
Alright, she gives it back to me, so me he can make copies.
Good night, Capriel.
Good
I hope
night,
this-
Leahy.
Helps a little bit. At least we're far away from any of those things, places of power, so maybe we can sleep a little easier.
Don't know that.
Fingers crossed.
What are the chances that we're camped on some, ancient burial ground or something?
What's the chance we're on a continent that's on the verge of war?
But it's not a lot of death going to happen, it's a lot of death already having happened. In this exact spot.
Bunch of it.
We'll be
It's just
fine.
a ship's graveyard of adventurers that tried to cross the frozen lake.
It'll be fine. Smash cut to thousands of
Cal,
those.
stop arguing in your sleep. Shut eye.
Me, he goes the fuck to sleep.
Capriel's kind of picking at the grass, like underneath the snow beneath you guys, and he's all of a sudden pulls out and sees like a gravestone like underneath.
Gonna cover that back up.
Yeah.
Just pushes the snow back on top. Like,
But anyway, yeah. So first watch goes. Other than that, without incident.
okay. I'm a trade off.
All right, second watch.
You're
Okay,
good.
Who's second watch?
I'm second watch. Yours truly. Don't worry.
Oh, boy.
Salutors, Calzarel has everything
Billows
under
cape.
control.
Oh no, we're gonna die.
You're gonna
Good
sleep
night.
fantastic. Ravine said it's all good. Everything's
Oh,
gonna be fine.
Lord.
Oh, Mihi
Would
came back.
would
That's
Vivian
nice.
lie? Would she?
No. Cal is always right.
She looks like me and I would lie, so good night.
Maybe it's like a yin and yang thing.
Out.
I'll start just kind of walking around, chilling, enjoying the freezing cold with my winter.
It's
coat.
pretty warm inside of the hut.
Bold of you to assume I stay in the hut, because
Fair enough.
I'm the only person.
Cal,
No,
there's
I'm
no way
rogue.
that you can stay in this hut your whole watch.
Oh, she's asleep, so she's not gonna know, and I have to do a proper rove to check the perimeter. So
Or, just so the thing could sneak up on us while you're gone.
it's an impenetrable hut. Who was the one person? God damn it, people! Slams lore book.
To be fair, you could be like me when I know someone's trying to goad me. I'm just like, nice try, fucker.
Nope. There's one successful button, and it is goading and challenging me.
Roll me a perception check.
That is a dirty 20.
Hey.
Nice. Cool. Good to know.
I'm
Your
checking.
watch goes with that event. You kind of walk around the perimeter of the hut. The wind's blowing.
Hmm.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't walk around the whole time. It's like every hour I go
Yeah.
out and do a quick like circle and come
Yeah.
back in. 'Cause it's
The
cold.
inside can be transparent, you know.
Yeah, I know, but my dark range vision is only 60 feet.
Oh no, you're gonna have like such a small thing from being on the inside of the hut.
I go and I wake up Oliphius and
Richard!
pass out.
Okay, anything happened thus far?
Mihi came back. I was not eaten by a creature when I left the hut. Um, it's windy and chilly. I don't know.
I can turn up the heat.
Well, outside I'm.
Oh, okay.
Good night,
Well, in
Ollie.
that case, good night. I guess, rolling perception.
Perception.
Yep. Go for it.
My amazing perception of 1.
Nice.
6. Really, I shouldn't be on watch.
Something,
So
something dark vision.
you're kind of watching, kind of looking around. You're kind of like writing down notes like over the stuff, trying to like make sure your notes are up to date and all that stuff. Kind of like looking every once in a while.
Playing with grumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Making a little light with prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
Tongue flips out and moves the light.
Oh.
Ah.
I'm sitting there, and then you kind of hear something. It doesn't sound big. It doesn't sound. It doesn't really sound like any. It's just like a something. You don't know what.
I'm gonna look out to the horses, since those are the only things that are really exposed right now.
Yeah, the horses and Dahlia are kind of there sleeping.
Look over at the cabin, or not the wagon.
You look over the wagon, and you don't see anything.
When you say I hear something, what exactly do you mean by that?
You don't quite know what it is. It was like it wasn't like it was nothing so super overt. It was like a quick like something didn't sound right for like a millisecond.
I'll investigate the area.
Okay.
An 8.
All right. So you kind of step out and you kind of start looking around and you go over to the cart. And as you reach the other side of the cart, you see this gigantic white, like, it kind of looks like some sort of like primate with like horns that stick out, and it's looking at you. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, is this a magical spell-like effect?
Indeed it is.
Cool. I will thankfully get advantage on this.
So with tonight's rolls, I'm not sure if that's going to matter. Turn it around.
That's a 21.
You suddenly feel your body begin to like freeze up, and then you're like kind of shake it off like with the realization, and it's just like you see 1, 3, 5 standing
Okay.
there, and you watch as one of them goes to grab you.
Cool.
Roll me your athletics or acrobatics.
Isn't he in the hut though?
No,
No,
he's
he
stepped
walked
out.
outside because.
he did?
Oh, that
I
would
must-
dispel the hut.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh
that was-
no!
Do we all wake up for the sudden shift from warm to cold?
Just give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Yeah, so roll me either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Athletics is a 0. Acrobatics, thankfully, is at least a 2.
Come on, buddy.
I'm gonna use my ability to give myself advantage on this.
Great, you'll just fireball 5 of them and we'll call it a night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That'll wake you up.
Yeah.
That's a 22.
Natural 20.
Jesus.
Nat
Nice.
Oh my god.
It goes from
Watch it
warm
as
to
this-
cold to really hot.
You watch as this big hairy beast goes to grab onto you, and you quickly duck out of the way. And, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
boy.
Do the people who are sleeping get a negative modifier to their advantage or to their initiative at all?
I will say roll at disadvantage for everyone who's asleep.
Okay.
So everyone but Olympians.
Whoops, sorry guys.
And natural 1.
Oh, good. A 10.
Is there a certain map we should be pulling up here?
Yes, I will pull it up in just a second. I just gotta make sure I remember exactly what I need to do, because
Keep
otherwise,
forgetting about the fact that I can't leave the hut. Every time.
I cry every time.
Well, I probably saved the horse.
The horse has armor.
Wendigos?
Guess we'll find out.
I think they're Yetis.
They sound like Yetis.
Oh.
I don't know, I wouldn't expect Yeti to have like a freezing fear effect.
They might just have like a like a fear effect. I don't know. Frightening.
Like, when you
presence or
say
something.
horns, do you mean horns or antlers?
I mean, it looks like horns to me.
That's probably... Well, this is all meta knowledge. Olympius would have no...
Yeah, those look like horns to me.
Okay.
Is there
Anyway.
a picture that you're able to show us? Is it in Fantasy Grounds or no?
Map.
In 1 second.
Take your time.
I'm looking for, like, lake or...
Oh, don't worry, I have
something
one.
like...
Just give me a second.
Oh man, guys, we find ourselves back in the Rampaging Rams map.
Unfortunate.
Oh! Big ol' map. Well, here's hoping everyone, all the other 5 you said it was. Oh,
That's a
I
big
just-
Capriel.
that's a
I
huge cap.
She's
I
big
just
as
realized
cheese.
I did not make a grid for this like I thought I did.
Really? It shows a grid.
Yeah,
I
see
mean,
your
yeah,
grid.
but it's from.
Ah,
Oh,
okay, I see what you mean. It's only a little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit.
Make it one smaller.
I never place it in a square anyways though, so now there's more squares
Yeah.
than this.
Perfect. That's fine.
It'll be fine, Adam.
It bothers me.
Well, at least get the figures out, and we can fix it as we go.
Oh man, but if they're Wendigos, they probably hit they probably hit this.
Really?
If
Is
I
it
could
that-
make a suggestion,
Aren't you-
combat's probably going to take a while, and we're like 30 minutes from our break. Maybe we take a quick break and Adam steps up the map over break.
Sure, let's do that. That sounds like a better idea.
Yay!
So we're taking a quick break, real quick. Come back in like 10ish minutes.
Cool.
Finish.
All right.
Okay, I'm terrified.
Why are you terrified?
Stay in the dome.
Never leave the dome.
Never leave the dome.
That was me, the one with the dome.
Is someone tapping their foot? Ah, it was you all along.
It was you.
I know.
All right.
Hmm.
So top of the order.
It might be me. Oh my god!
I got a 1. I think I might be going last, guys, unless these have a negative dexterity.
So first up, Yeti 4.
Oh, they are Yetis.
Oh no.
So he.
We all are.
Y'all are.
We all are. They basically walked up on the remnants of a hate crime, basically.
So as Yeti 4 is rushing up towards you, Oliphius, you kind of like watch it as it stares in your eyes. I need you to roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
Shit. Constitution.
Curse my
You?
GM knowledge. 16.
16. You succeed.
Ah!
Oh, okay.
So like you feel your body start to like tense up and just quickly shake it off, and all of a sudden you watch as its claw comes striking right at your face.
Oh, God.
That is 12.
That's a miss.
Yep.
Wow.
So quick, like his hand comes down, and he quickly step out of the way. It goes colliding into the snow, and through the snow into the dirt. And pulls it out, and then goes quick, like pulls it out. And as he's pulling up, he goes to strike up at you with his
Oh,
other
good.
hand.
Multiple attacks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
13.
That hits.
Aw.
Actually, reaction, I'll use shield.
Well, that's good because it's until your next turn, right?
Yup.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
So, like, as-
I didn't burst. I got it.
Man, if you actually
I
You're
carried it.
But by the way, I don't know if this is obvious, but this little blocked out area, that's where the card is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna ask that.
Yeah, that's the card. It just I felt like I needed to say. So yeah, as like you watch as the claw's about to come into you, quickly cast shield, and it's like it scrapes across like the magic shield you put on. Just so that's his turn. Mihi, all of a sudden, like the sudden shift of cold, you're like, oh, what's going on? And you kind of look up, and you kind of like open your eyes, and all of a sudden you hear, boom! As like fucking like something collides with the ground. You look over and you watch as this big ape-like hairy white being thing with horns sticking out of its head is like looks like it's staring down. It's like something on the other side of your guys' cart.
She'll
The dome isn't there, which
Yeah,
is
the
a-
dome is not there.
she'll move 5 because I have to stand up, right? Because I'm laying down.
Yes.
She'll move 5, 10, 15, and she'll presumably see everything that's going on around there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see like
Yeah, how
Polypheus
tall
like
are these things?
they are large-sized creatures, so I'd say at least maybe like 12 feet tall.
They're large
Definitely
size
tall.
Definitely
Olympias.
taller than the carriage.
And there's 6 of them, right?
You're welcome.
Then I have one extra. She's gonna see them all, and she's going to pull out her. She's gonna like quickly fumble at Grim, pull it out, and then read a spell that talks about the Raven of Bad Luck that would, lure hikers that were lost in the woods to their deaths off the edge of a cliff. And from Grim springs 7 black ravens that go fly, and they actually like impact, they like go through the Yetis, and where they go through they make like a little mark of like black wings, kind of like a tattoo of bad luck and ill omen, and I will cast Bane on them.
On all 6 of them.
Because Bane is a first level spell, and it does 3 for every one you cast above first level, because I'm casting it at 4th, because I have to. I get a second target, so that means 7. And there's 6 of them. So I get all of them with Bane. I could get Ollie if I wanted to, but I'm feeling it.
Don't they have to do a saving throw? To see if
They
they're
do.
ranged?
What kind of saving throw?
Let me see. Charisma saving throws.
Oh, they're not doing that.
Good.
15.
Fail.
Okay, that was 84. Yeti 6. 12.
Fail.
Yeti 1. 1.
Pass, actually. Yeah, wow. How about that?
Yeti
That's how Bane
2.
works. You gotta get negative saves.
0.
Fail.
Oh, they have a negative?
They have negative.
They're not very charismatic. Okay.
I think they're quite the charmers. Fail.
And Yeti 5's the last one. 5. They all fail.
All
Nice.
fail.
That's big.
So they all have to. They all roll a D4 and subtract that from whatever they roll for their stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah. So
This
all of a
is
sudden,
for
throws
attack
and
rolls or
attacks.
saving throws, yes.
Cool.
so yeah. So they see the raven kind of go like whip through, and they kind of like all like try to whip at it, and their hands pass through it, and just they all get affected by it. they don't really seem to notice like the tattoos on them. So like I kind of look around, but everyone's gone, and just kind of go back to like looking at Olympius and you now.
Oh boy.
All right, that's it. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right. It is now Yeti 6's turn. As he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh lord, I didn't think this through.
As it rushes up, it stares you down, and you look into its eyes, and I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Eep. 7.
Oh boy.
7. Oof, that's fun. So you watch as all of a sudden like its eyes kind of like you look up in its eyes, and all of a sudden you're kind of like you kind of freeze in both fear and some sort of like I don't know. You feel super cold as if your muscles have frozen over. You take.
Oh god.
You take 11 points of cold damage,
Do you have resistance?
and
to
you are now paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh god.
You can make your saving at the end of her turn. Yeah, at the end of each return, she can repeat the saving throw.
A minute?
Yeah.
Damn. Any attacks that hit her in thin melee will be an automatic crit.
If they hit.
Yeah. Which
But they also get do they get advantage on it too? I
yeah,
can't
they
remember.
do. They do.
Okay. So he gets advantage, and if it hits, it's a crit.
Yep.
Great. Does get minus a d4.
That is true. That is very true.
Mhm.
That is a 19.
Solid hit.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, this isn't good.
Well, there goes my bane, guys.
So you take 8 points of slashing damage and 6 points of cold damage, total of 14.
Mm,
No.
I'm
Apparently
not.
You don't have
She's-
resistance?
She has resistance to fire,
Oh.
Ah.
which tells you how
have
bad she
resistance
got
to
burned.
cold. I have resistance to cold. It's me. I knew.
All right, I gotta roll my saving throws at him. First
roll,
one for the
just roll
first round
one
of damage.
because it's technically all in one thing.
The fear and the attack.
Oh yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, so fear is that one's 10. Fail.
So
Bane's
Josh.
going.
Okay.
Shit.
Sorry,
Well-
guys. I should have waited.
So there's that, and then second strike.
I thought I'd be a hero. Oh god, second strike.
Yeah.
Yikes. Dog.
That's a 22 to hit.
Hit.
Yikes.
That is 10 points of damage. Five of which is slashing, 5 of which is cold. Just as it goes like another strike, bam, like right into you. Just as it's running out, like.
Oh god. This isn't looking good, guys. I wish I had gotten a good initiative. They're all together.
I know! Same!
Once it's my turn, I have Sentinel. If they keep trying to attack her, I can do extra damage to them.
Yeah.
Next up,
And it's at the end of my turn that I get to roll, or is it any time that I take damage I get to re-roll the save too?
at the end of your turn.
Jesus!
Oh boy.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad.
I just double checked. Yep, it's only at the end of your turn.
Damn.
However, if you succeed, you are now immune to chilling gaze of all Yetis.
Well, that's good.
Of all
So
of
to be
it.
fair, in parentheses it says, but not abominable Yetis.
That's fucking
For
bummer.
1 hour. You're immune for 1 hour
Okay.
if you succeed.
Okay.
That's concerning that I had to make 2 saves.
Oh shit, I must have forgotten then. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, I mean, you can make one of those abominable.
Nah.
Please no. We don't know what they're
I'm having
Not
enough.
yet.
probably worse.
Alright, next up. Yeti 1. Yeti 1's he's gonna stick there. He's pretty good. He's pretty cool. He's chilling right there. He's gonna attack Olympius twice.
Chill out,
boy.
bird boy.
I hate you.
Chill out, snake boy. 12, which doesn't succeed because you have your shield up.
Oh yeah. Well, also I think.
Well, and also wouldn't have done anyway. Second attack. 18. I think that just hits.
Matches.
Yeah.
Just hits. So just the first comes up, and like as you pull up your arm to like block it, it smacks your arm out of the way, and it goes to strike you across the chest.
Oh, buddy, with tides of chaos occurs.
That's
Actually,
13
no.
points
I'm
of
gonna
damage.
use my resource points, to reduce it by 1d4, making
Okay.
it miss.
Okay. So
Nice.
as it goes through, all of a sudden,
Actually, I can't. Sorry.
you
I
can't?
can't. I already used my reaction.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
for
true for your
shield.
shield. So yes, so you take 13 points of damage, 10 of which is slashing, 3 of which is cold.
I don't think that matters. So
I just like to say just in case.
Yeah.
Someone...
No, I get it.
That
You said
matters for
that's 15?
Capriel.
It does.
It
For
does.
once, it does.
It do.
Yeah,
That was 15.
It
you said?
do.
13 points of damage. Total,
13.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It just looks at you. It's like so it's like looking and like breathing heavy. All right. Next up, Oliphius.
I just realized something that I could have done that would have made me totally safe, and still be able to go see what was going on. I could have sent out Grumbles.
Yeah,
Feels
I don't
bad,
like
dude.
putting him in danger.
Stay in the dome. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Kill Yeti.
You could have just changed his form into a hawk and then
Let's
sent him
kill
out.
Yetis.
Oliphius.
Or die to Yetis. We'll see.
Yeah, but you have watch for how many hours?
True. It also
Oliphius.
costs money.
As your muscles begin to move after you're calculating in your head what to do, that weird feeling comes upon you.
Oh boy.
I'm almost hoping that it's
Not
Fireball.
the carriage.
If it's that
I'm
AoE
almost-
health absorb thing, damn.
Oh man,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
50.
Is that 40 or 41?
That's
50.
Oh, 50. Weird.
Yeah,
That
the
has-
I know it's weird how it does that sometimes.
Thanks, dice.
Okay, what is
Actually, I don't think we've done that one
50?
before.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten that one before.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh,
It's a very good thing I took this. He can't speak. For the
Oh.
next minute, he can't talk.
But you have subtle casting.
Got karma for a TPK.
Yeah. So
Every
as you
time
go
he
to
tries to
cast
talk-
whatever spell you're about to cast, you notice that nothing's coming out of your mouth.
Cool. I cast using subtle casting.
Nice. See?
I don't need the verbal components.
Beautiful.
It drains
Oh.
resources, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, so for every
Yeah.
spell, I'm gonna have to do subtle casting.
Oof.
Unless it doesn't require a verbal component.
Sorcery point.
Yeah. It only costs 1 sorcery point to do it.
That's not bad.
I have 7. So 3
Yeah,
rounds.
we should be fine.
Hopefully.
We'll be fine.
Okay, so I will, since moving would be very, very dangerous for me, I will stay where I am, and I will be casting Storm Sphere.
Ooh.
I will cast it.
Oh, Storm Sphere.
I heard Storm Spear.
Yeah, I did too. I was
No,
like,
Sphere.
Like, that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I wish.
Lightning bolt in advance.
5, 10, so I can put it there. Did that get? Okay. I will be placing it right there.
Okay.
So that should get. It's a 20-foot radius. So 5, 10, 15.
You said crap. You said right there.
Up 1. Yeah, that should hit them all. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. And 5, 10, 15,
Yeah, you
20.
can use
Yep.
a drone jewel.
That'll hit everyone and not the cart.
Yeah, what a guy.
Nice.
So all of them, I think that includes myself.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, each creature in the sphere when it appears, or that ends their turn must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. So yeah, this is not going to be great for me.
At least you get to roll at advantage because
Exactly.
you're UNT.
Right.
You said Constitution. You said
Strength.
Strength saving throws. All right, Yeti 4.
Nah.
16.
My save is a 16.
So it succeeds.
Yeah.
All right, Yeti 6. 17. Yeti 1.
Okay.
6.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeti 1 fails. Yeti 1 failed. Yeti 2. 10. Yeti 2 fails. Yeti 3. 19. And Yeti 5. 6. So 1, 2, and 5 fail. The rest succeed.
And myself. Oh, cool! I got it. I'll
Cool.
only be
Take
taking
half.
half of this as well.
Cool.
Wow, I'm actually legitimately surprised. I did.
Yeah,
Strength save.
that's
Oh,
true.
right.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll do that too.
Well, 10. So everyone will be taking 4 or 2 points of damage.
All right.
Ooh.
And it's bludgeoning damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
Succeed.
Because I really kind of want this to keep up, I'll give myself advantage again for the saving throw.
Yep.
Because it's
You've
a
already.
con,
Oh,
you
never
said,
mind.
right?
Yeah, right. I'm being an idiot.
Yeah, because
yes.
you refreshed it.
Yes, I did. You're right.
Okay.
14.
It wouldn't have
Yeah.
mattered, but
It's up
I'm
still.
glad I did it regardless.
No, it dropped to 6.
Yeah.
So it would have mattered.
It would need to
Oh,
be 10.
okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
I see.
Okay.
So up, as all of a sudden you watch as it whips around like hail. I don't know what else to describe it as.
Yeah. Just bludgeoning winds.
Yeah.
For my bonus action, I will use its lightning bolt to target Yeti 4.
Okay.
Actually, target Yeti 6.
Okay. So Yeti 6 has to make a dexterity saving throw, right?
No, spell attack.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. So that will be
This is lightning damage, right?
yes. And that'll be 25.
hits. Yeah, 25
Cool.
hits.
Nice. 17 points of lightning damage to Yeti
Right.
6.
So you watch as just like it gets struck with lightning.
You picked these monsters just so you could make the Chewbacca noise.
I did not actually.
I will then move diagonally and flee.
So Yeti 1 and Yeti 4 do get attack of opportunities on you.
That's fine.
Is
And
it?
Yeti 1,
They have Sentinel.
19.
Yeah. That hits.
So that hits. That is a grand total of 13 points of damage.
Okay.
10 slashing, 3 cold. And Yeti 4 gets an attack on you. Oh shit.
I thought you already had some damage on you.
Oh, it's up top.
But you just took 13.
Just now.
Yeah, 13 plus whatever you had before.
Yeah, 26.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There it is. And so Yeti 4 takes an attack.
Actually, 28.
19.
Yike.
Fuck. Yeah.
That is 10 points of damage. 5
Okay,
5
38.
slashing, 5 cold. So you get like hit as you like start bolting away from them.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So those
Okay,
will be
so
10.
first one, what? Let's see. Both of them are going to be 10 after
Yeah.
reduction of half.
Yeah.
So, okay, first one's good. Second one,
Nice.
okay, second one's
Nice.
good.
So it says up.
Oh,
Hold on.
I am
Alright.
beat to hell though.
So am I.
All right. Yeti 2's turn. Yeti 2 is gonna go.
He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, he does.
If they start, let's see, strength saving throw. Oh, sorry, when it appears or that ends its turn. Sorry.
Okay. So.
No. Yeah.
Okay. But he does move at half speed, right?
Okay, it's difficult
Yes,
terrain.
it's difficult terrain,
Nice.
and they have disadvantage against any perception checks.
Nice. That's really good.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's as far as it can get with half
Ooh,
movement.
okay,
How
that's
big
really
is this
good.
dome?
That's
He will still be in it.
Okay.
Yeah, can you draw it, Alex?
Oh, yeah, sure.
If you right click, there's a drawing tool.
Oh, there is.
Mm-hmm. It's the bottom of the
Oh,
radial.
okay. Yeah, I see it. So it would be like that.
Okay.
Because it's 20-foot radius from the point that I chose.
Yeah.
So strength save for the guy that can't fully move.
yeah, he's still technically in. Yeah. 5,
Yeah.
10, yeah, he's still in. So he's gonna make a
Nice.
strength saving throw. So that's Yeti 2. That is a 21.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Damage is damage.
Yep.
They're just rolling really well, and I don't like that.
They do have an
Better
18
that they're
in
rolling
strength.
these.
Damn it. Wow. Okay. So 4 damage to that
All
one.
right. So it's like gets kind of hit again as he's rushing at you guys. Next up, Yeti 3.
Hi.
So he is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's as far as you can go because of the you got to take to get out.
Thank God for storm.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yikes.
All right. Caffarel, you're up.
Yay! Let me double check something. Okay. Cool. So, Cafriel is going to move up 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Right here.
Okay.
Up to Mihi. Bonus action to activate her Crimson Right. And
Which
she's
one?
going to choose fire.
Yep.
Hoping that Yetis don't
Take
like
extra
fire.
Extra 5
Just
damage.
hoping.
Hoping.
It works like Pokemon. They're ice types. They take extra.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's like Pokemon rules here.
D&D works like Pokemon. We all know.
But they've got the thick
Everybody
fat
does.
ability. They take half damage from fire. Come on. Keep up.
But because that takes my bonus action, I won't be using Mystic Frenzy this time. I'll just be doing my regular 2 attacks. So first attack with my scythe. Shoop doop 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 doop. 19 to hit.
Ooh, that's good.
That
The
hits.
Yeti in front of Mihi.
Yeah, so Yeti 6.
Alright. So that's gonna be 10 plus
Ooh,
6.
nice.
The 6 is fire specifically.
Okay, so you strike, you hit it, and all of a sudden, like you watch its fur like starts kind of like little embers. It's like it's like patting it out, like it looks like it's fucking terrified. Like it's like
Nice.
Ah.
I wave the. I twirl
Pokemon
the
logic
scythe.
works.
twirl the scythe and I go for my second attack against the same Yeti.
Okay.
15?
15 hits.
Yay! I gotta reroll the 2. For
I mean,
It's better.
still better.
Another
Yeah,
10.
it's gonna be a total of 10. Yeah, 10 total. The 2 is fire.
Okay. Yep. As you get it again, it's like patting all over its body. Like now it's like got like the subconscious thing going, oh god, I'm on fire now. So I was like patting at like nothing and like sometimes hitting things. This is like really kind of freaked the fuck out.
Sweet.
Um.
Alright, that's my turn.
Yeah. All right. So Yeti 5's turn. So Yeti 5
everyone before me and Cal.
is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. And that's as far as it. Oh wait, you can't go right there. Let's say 20. That's as far as it can get. It's still technically in the thing, so has to make a strength saving throw.
Mhm.
That is a dirty 20. It succeeds, so it takes half.
Alex?
Right. Sorry about that. I was quickly looking up something. Okay, cool. So,
Takes 2.
or do you round down?
I round up.
Okay. 2.
So it hits as it's rushing. It's falling. With that, Cal, you're up. You kind of like come to and you see like everything going on. Like what the fuck? Remember, it does take half a movement to get up. Okay.
Hold the line.
Yay! This is good for my sentinel feat.
I was just gonna say, I really hope Grandpa can hold the north.
Okay. On which one? Okay. Excuse me. Well, no, it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
3 plus 8 is 11. So yeah, that's a miss. So as you go, it like uses its like.
To spend 2 sorcery points to improve it by 2, making it 13.
Hit.
Oh, nice. Getting that smite going.
I guess we'll find out now, won't we?
Which one are you hitting?
Getting 2. Oh, I know what it does. I'm just saying we'll find out when you attack when you do damage. It does not. It does not fail.
I think he was talking about this radiant damage to double liquid at camp.
Damn.
All right, so you rush up and boom, you hit it, and just like a lightning strikes through, and explosion of radiant energy explodes off its body, like. Okay,
Double slash.
27 hits.
So close. Close to potentially surpassing your previous record.
8 light.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So how much was that? I'm sorry. How much was that total?
Total is
24.
Yeah.
Okay. So second strike, you go as it stumbles back and collapse. Yeah, dead.
Nice.
There's 6 of them. I would be very, very concerned if they had a lot of health. Especially with paralyzing abilities.
All right, that your turn.
Actually,
All right.
Is this a fear effect?
It is not a fear effect.
Okay. I'm wondering if Cal being around...
I don't believe it's an enchantment. Let me just double check. No, it's not. It's not an enchantment. All right, so Grandpa, you're up. As like your eyes kind of finally come to like, it's like making noise.
Keep it down, everyone. I'm trying to. Oh.
you see them like panicking, like mouthing words. It's like too fast to
Olympius,
understand.
use your words, please. I don't quite.
You see
And
this
then-
big, gigantic, hairy, white ape with horns
Oh.
rushing in your.
Okay, and he'll look over and see the other 4 Yetis on the other side of the carriage, some near Kafril, Miki, and Cow. Oh, all right. And he'll use half my movement to get up, and then he will bring his hammer out of his tool belt, and he'll raise it above his head. It'll start vibrating violently until the head becomes white hot, and he'll slam it down onto the ground, and a fissure will appear in front of all these Yetis in this line, and fire will erupt from the fissure, and I'll cast Wall of Fire in their
What line?
direction. Huh?
It didn't pop up.
The drawing didn't?
No.
Oh, really?
I think my line...
There it
No,
goes.
my drawing goes through it.
Okay.
Yeah,
There it
I
goes.
see where it is. It's...
Yeah,
So, wait, God, how big is this thing?
it is 60 feet long.
Holy shit!
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah, basically
So-
the entire.
Jesus Christ.
Ethan tapping.
And they have to make dexterity saving throws. The
Okay,
DC of...
Can you do that? Because technically Yeti 6 is breaking that line.
But I cast it. It has a range of 120 feet.
I know, but some wall spells say that you can't cast it if something if a creature would be there.
But I cast it through the creatures.
Well, because I know prismatic wall, if it's you can't cast it directly on a creature, you have to cast it right in front.
Let me see.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, it says when the wall appears, each creature within its area. So I think it could take the same space as a.
Okay,
creature.
maybe that's just prismatic wall then.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah.
Prismatic Wall is a very special circumstance in that it
Very
murders anything.
Very true. So,
Yeah, so
basically all of them but Yeti 3 have to make a what kind of saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So Yeti
DC,
4. That is a 4.
That fails.
That fails. Yeti 6. That is a 19.
That succeeds. So I'll take half.
Yeti 1. That is a 4.
Fails.
Yeti 3 does not have to make a saving throw, and Yeti 5. That is a 7. So all of them
Oh,
fail.
all right. Come on, good rolls. So it's 5d8 of fire damage.
Holy shit.
That's too many. 1, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can do the actual spell itself. This one. Not too much, but 19 points of fire damage to those who failed. And if you round up, that would be 10.
No, they all failed.
Oh, they all failed? One got a
Yeah.
19.
Did it?
I
Yeah,
thought
that
so.
was like
yeah.
4.
Oh, Yeti. I think it was.
It was the
what
second
Yeti
one you
say?
rolled
No,
for.
4 failed. It was Yeti 6 then. So Yeti 6 succeeded. So
Oh no, not
it's
that
still
Yeti.
dead. It's dead. So Yeti 6 is dead. For sure. Is that 40?
Hey.
Yeah, you guys had done 45 damage to that one.
Okay.
It's gone.
Okay.
So if I rolled at 20, yeah. So it's dead. So Yeti 6 is dead. Yeti 1 takes so that makes that. Yeti 3, that makes that 1. Oh no, Yeti 3 succeeded. What am I talking about? I think Knight succeeded, didn't have to be affected. And then that'd make that. Okay. So yeah, so you see you hear a bunch of them screaming out in pain
And I make the heat and the fire be on the opposite side of the carriage, obviously. So
I had a feeling.
keeping the carriage nice and safe. And I will use my movement to get in front of Oliphius and bring up my shield and kind of face down
Hold the line.
give Oliphius a pat on the shoulder as I pass by, kind of shoving him out of the way.
Alright, so your turn?
Yep.
Alright, top of the order is Yeti 4. Yeah, he's kind of panicking the fuck out right now because the gigantic fucking wall of fire just popped out of nowhere. He's gonna go 5, 10, oh god, 15, 20. He's still in the thing. Oh shit. So he's gonna have to make a strength saving throw for that thing. Does he have to make a saving throw for the fire still? Because he's within 5, 10, 15, 20, or is it just within 5 feet of You're muted.
Sorry. Well, within 10 feet of the firewall.
Okay, so he's out of the firewall, but he's still within the other one. So he's gonna make a strength saving throw. 14. I think it's a failure, isn't it? Yep, that's a failure. So he takes full damage.
Alex. Roll your
Storm
damage for
sphere.
your
Ah,
storm sphere.
sorry. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, I thought that was for the wall of fire for some reason. Oh, hey, 11.
Nice. So yeah, it hits you feel like you see a chunk of ice get picked up and bam, get him across the fucking back of the head. That's really all he can do though. He's just trying to run away.
Oh, that poor bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray, wall of fire.
Mihi, you are paralyzed.
So the Yeti is running away from us?
He's trying to run.
Oh, yeah.
Clear from the
Okay, yeah.
firewall. So end your turn, make a saving throw.
Yeah, so Mihi is super terrified of this Yeti, which finally died, which is great, but as the Yeti falls, behind it is her other greatest fear, a giant wall of fire!
Hooray!
Can I just intentionally make her fail that save? There's
Sure, if
no
you want
way
to.
she would pass that. It sucks, but role-playing sakes, no, she's done. She's, sinking to her knees and, screaming.
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys got this well in
It
hand
is-
without me.
It is
in the
specifically a 20 feet high wall of fire, by the way.
Yeah, that's not gonna scare her at all. 5 feet from her. But she's still.
5,
All of our hearts.
10,
Aw.
15.
She didn't. They didn't come with her.
Attempted theft.
Yeah. I wanted to see if it could work.
Just running around. Has to make a straight saving throw.
Yeah, you guys got this well in hand without me succeeding that check, so she fails it.
Is it only if
that
you
is-
end your turn in the wall of fire you take damage?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
cool.
10
Within
or
10
10 feet in front
which-
of it.
Yeah, which he's
moved
not.
outside
He
of.
moved out.
Yeah.
So that's a 10. He fails. So he also takes full.
So can I run up and attack the Yetis and then turn back?
That's a 9.
No, you would
You
cross
take-
through the wall of fire. I
Yeah, you
think.
take damage as you go through.
If you go through it, it also damages you.
So it's drawn in the middle of a square. I need to know exactly where the line is.
Yeah, it's this first line that I drew. It's this line.
Where?
I'm drawing it right now.
Can you change the colors for the pens?
Not that
I
I can
don't
tell.
believe you can.
No.
Is it the entire width of that square? Because
Yeah,
it's
it's,
in
the,
the
it's,
middle.
it's the entire square. Like a map.
Oh.
So consider all that line of
Anyway.
squares. All of them have fire in them, and then 10 feet in front of each of those squares also does. So like from here to here. Well,
If you're looking for something to murder, there is something very close to Grandpa and I.
I guess.
That's all I can do. Olympius, you're up.
Okay, so I was double checking the wording on Storm Sphere. I don't need to see the target to
Okay.
make something attack from it. It
Okay.
just says it has to be 60 feet near the Storm Sphere. So I'm going to move over here just in case something awful happens. Maybe one more over.
You're
then,
hugging the tree.
yes. And then
thank you, tree.
Yeti 4 is going to be attacked by a bolt of lightning.
Okay.
Nice.
That hits.
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh.
12.
It's hurt. It's pretty fucking hurt. So.
Cal looks over there and he's just like, I'm jealous. Stop
You just
tapping!
Stop it.
Stop tapping!
You see the bolt from the clouds, and you're like, oh man, I wish that was me.
I smell that ozone.
Yeah, you smell the ozone. You wish it were you.
Alright. Actually, that's just my bonus action. So for my standard action, I'm gonna spend another sorcery point. Giving myself the ability to cast without speaking. Yes.
Hold on. Never mind. Ignore me. I was looking at something.
And I will cast Chaos Bolt at level 2. And how long is the fire? Can we see through it?
I don't think you can. If I remember correctly.
I mean, it doesn't say it obscures your vision.
Oh.
It's just like how well it's as well as you could see like through a bonfire to the other side. So it might obscure it a bit, but I don't think it.
Yeah, then
It says
if
it's.
it here's your vision, you can see through it.
Oh wait, hold on. I might be wrong. No, you cannot see it through it. It's opaque, is what it says.
Okay. In that case, I'll attack Yeti 3 with it. And this will be cast at level 2. So... hit! Oh, it's so close!
Wait, Yeti
So that'll hit. I
2?
imagine.
Yeti 2 is dead.
No, Yeti 3, I said.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I heard Yeti 2.
That'll be 20 points of... Oh, cool! I rolled a 3! Fire damage!
Hey.
Nice. So,
Optimal.
you shoot, all of a sudden you watch as it catches fire, as like this fire like orbiting around, goes right past you, Grandpa, collides in it. As it kind of takes a couple steps backwards.
Grandpa gives a side out thumbs up.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Yeti 3. So Yeti 3 looks at you, Grandpa, and locks eyes with you, and all of a sudden you feel your muscles begin to tense up. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
I feel like it's 10 feet.
Is this the Aura of Sanity thing? Ah.
So I get to add. So I do my
Constitution saving throw plus 3.
okay, plus an additional. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
26.
So you like it looks at you, it kind of glares at you, and you're just like, "What, motherfucker? Let's go!"
I look at it, and then
What's your name? It doesn't
I look at
exist.
it, and then I look at my Yeti fur coat, and I give it a nod.
This guy didn't have a name either.
Pair of boots.
I could use a matching set.
I'll give you a name. I'll call you Boots.
Goes to strike at you. It has, since it got hit with fire damage, it has disadvantage.
Oh, really?
Oh man.
Cool.
It dropped a natural 20.
Oh, thanks, Olympius.
That's 19 to hit, which
That
fails.
misses.
Take it up, Grandpa. Take it up.
It kind of swings at you, like half like patting itself, half swinging, and it goes again, like starting to panic a little bit.
These poor bastards did not know what they were coming into.
To be fair, it looked really good for them. Like the first
It
half.
looked really good.
It looked really good for them.
They had.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
That is 8, which misses.
Yeah, they had our two
So
squishiest people like surrounded,
like-
paralyzed. It was not looking good.
Then
He's mostly
Capriel
flailing at this point, like
in
he's
with
not
the
even, like-
flame.
Thank
Like you
goodness
see, like
most of us have
he's starting to
fire.
cry a little bit too.
Aw.
Aw. Don't worry, you won't be able to in a moment.
Oh god.
Capriel's in the background, just like anime eye gleam.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I forgot something. I almost forgot something. He begins to run.
I'll take my attack of opportunity then with my spear.
All right. Yep.
Zoop. That's 12.
That succeeds. That hits.
Oh wow.
That just hits.
Max damage. 9
Nice,
points of
9.
damage.
Ghetto crit.
Stab.
So she's stabbing him. He's like patting himself and running and crying. That's
Aw.
5, 10, 15, 20. Nope, he's not going that way. What am I talking about? That's the fire. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's coming over here. Like, he's just basically running over here. He's running out onto the ice.
Hey, he's a good test.
I mean,
And now it's Cafarel's turn.
I have a question. So, can I run through our cart? Because I know it's open on both ends, technically. It's got flaps.
Sure, I'll
doors.
say it adds an additional 5 feet of movement.
Okay, so I
Not for every square, just like tacked on
Yeah.
the same.
So that's 5, 10. Is it so? There's the 5 feet for every square, and then the additional 5 feet.
No. So
No,
basically,
it just costs 5 feet total to go through the entire thing, is what he said.
no, to get in.
No.
So it's gonna
Yeah.
take 5 feet to get in.
Okay, so 5,
So you're basically
10,
losing 5 feet.
20, 25, 30. That would be 35. Damn it. So what about 5, 10, 15, 20? Shit, I can't get to any of the Yetis.
you can
Unless-
get to the Yeti 4.
But wouldn't I be within 10 feet of the flames?
The
5,
10 feet
10.
of the flames is only on the other side.
Yeah, if you went.
We can be up up adjacent to it.
You went
Oh, okay.
5.
Yeah.
If
Well,
This is-
wait.
Do you have a crossbow?
Yeah, but I want to attack with my other stuff.
That's fair.
So if I go on the bottom, if I go 5, 10, 15,
DC
20,
edges.
25, if I'm down here, I won't take the flame damage.
Nope.
No, you won't.
Oh, okay. So being that close to that one, it's within my reach. I'm going to use Mystic Frenzy. And I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade first. Let me
Poor
double
Yeti.
check something. Oh, yay! I get to do this extra thing. Oh, because there's someone right next to it. Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, I really hope this hits. Okay. So there's a creature within 5 feet of it. Okay, cool. So shoop.
It hits.
21. Okay, so the
21.
creature I'm attacking is going to take 1d8, and then the one right next to it takes 1d8 plus 6.
Oh god.
Damn. Oh yeah,
Um,
because flame blade jumps, right?
it leaps to the next thing, and
Oh,
then the
cool.
next one takes the 1d8 plus my spell casting modifier. Let me see if
Nice.
that's the same d8. I don't know if they are the same d8.
I think it's different.
Yeah, I think they're different. So, let me roll that. Wait, oh, it didn't roll anything.
0! You get nothing!
Okay.
Hmm.
Here's the first one, 4. And I think that's addition to the that's in addition to the damage I do.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I just jumped the gun and oh, the second one took 8 plus 6. So the
So
second
Yeti
one
one
just
takes-
takes the 14.
So Yeti
And
one
then the
takes
first
14.
one takes my so this is the slashing damage. It takes 14 plus my right, which is 1, plus the 4. So it takes 5 fire damage, 14 slashing, and then the second one takes 14 fire. As the green fire just leaps
Mhm.
and blah blah blah. And then I get another attack as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, hold on. Yeti 4 is dead now.
Which one was Yeti for?
Bit closer
The one
one.
you're within range.
Damn.
Yeah, Yeti
I
4 is
have 5
dead.
feet of movement still.
You do. You could move right here and still not be within fire.
Really?
Yeah, if you move
Yes.
up one.
Okay, I move up 1 to do my bonus
Or
action.
diagonal.
I mean, that thing, Yeti 1's still in her range. She has reach.
Yeah. After moving.
Well, no,
feet,
it
but-
was.
Oh.
It was. She
Oh,
was
okay,
here.
sorry.
I moved her here.
Oh,
So I
I missed
assume that's
it.
what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I move up to make
Looks really
My
badass. You've got flames
bonus
behind
attack.
you.
yeah, there's just flames trailing behind me. They're all green.
Oh, and the wall of fire, too, is what I mean.
Damn, I don't think that hit.
It does not. So you go to strike and like it goes like, like kind of dodges out of the way.
Well, it already took 14 damage of fire from me, so it's
God,
pretty
there's so
good
many
turn.
places it can't
It's
run.
a pretty good turn.
right.
All right, so that's your turn.
Yeah.
All right, so it is now.
Oh, I hope it tries to move.
It's Yeti 5's turn.
Oh,
I
I
think-
really hope it tries to move.
Yeti 5 is gonna
I
go
wish a bitch
5,
would.
10,
I wish a
15.
bitch would.
20. It's basically just like fucking bolting it, like. It can't.
No, ending its friend.
No,
ending
ending
its
its
turn or
turn.
passing through.
But that's as far as it can go. So it has to make a strength saving throw.
That's Storm Sphere, man. Storm Sphere plus
God,
Wall
that's
of Fire.
so
7
Man.
it fails.
Those two together. Especially
7
since I can
fails.
make Wall of Fire a circle, too, if I need to.
Oh, you
I should have
Yeah,
probably
that's one of the options.
If Oliphius wasn't so close, I would have used slow. So can you imagine slowed in a
Oh.
wall of fire and a storm sphere? That's like done. That's done.
Well, I can't double
Um,
concentrate.
Guys,
No,
that
but
is
I
the
can.
pit.
Grandpa wall of fire, slow on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me he has slow now.
Alan, it's like Alan, so.
Unfortunately, you guys
That's
would be
the
taking fire
second
damage.
dungeon.
You guys would be
That's the
taking
second
fire
dungeon.
damage too.
8 damage.
Yeah, 85's really hurt. It's trying to run.
Oh, get
So
him!
next up,
Get him!
Cal, you're up. Mhm.
Horse.
Okay. You can only move half movement.
Hell yeah, I do! Don't look, Mihi. You're not gonna want to see this.
All right, Grandpa, you're up.
All right. I will
Bathe in the cleansing fire of Mitch!
move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
Are we just
I
gonna let
will-
that one go?
I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Word on everybody.
Ah, okay.
Give everybody a little bit of healing. Sing Mihi, like catatonic almost. Oliphius with some pretty bad gashes. And I don't know if Kefriel and Cal have been hurt at all, but doing it anyway. Everybody, maximum healing. Everybody heals for 7.
31.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Or actually, wait, hold on. Never mind. No, I can't see through the wall of fire, so I can't do Sacred Flame anyway. Never mind.
So at the end of your turn, as you start rushing around, like you see dead Yetis. You see 3 dead Yetis. One of them's basically catching on fire, like, and just like kind of running around. All of them.
I can't see it. It's through the wall of fire.
I mean, he was like right there. Like he was like right below Yeti 1, so you could see him a little bit.
I can see Yeti 1 a little bit, or the one that Kefriel
the,
just
the,
flamed?
the one
Where
who dead
Yeti
was right in
4
front of
was.
him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You can also see like the 2 that were dead.
Yeah.
Like literally within the fire.
Yeah.
So like both of them are dead, like in the fire, and you see them on fire. You see like basically all the Yetis. You see at least one of them panicking and running away, and you hear like panic like like all around you.
You know what? Let's see. A lot far away is 5, 10, 5. Yep. I'll just I'll drop Wall of Fire for free, and then I'll Sacred Flame Yeti 5 with my action.
Do it.
Might as well.
Do it.
So it has to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It's 3 fails.
Okay. So
I saw
we'll
it
be
around 20 and then rolled the 2.
So we'll be taking 3 points of radiant damage. Hooray!
As it's like rushing. So yeah, so you see them running, like literally running, like they're all kind of panicking and running away, like from everybody. And you're like, yes, wow, that wasn't that hard. That was a lot easier. And then all of a sudden you hear,
Oh no! Guess I shouldn't have dropped that wall of fire.
Well, my storm sphere is still there.
It is. That's good.
it's okay.
And my right is already activated.
Yep, that's true too. A horse.
Is it? Brain, where'd it go? It was right
Your
there.
train has only already just started.
Mm.
Bathe
That almost
in the
sounded like a
cleansing
voice you would hear on the subway.
Mhm.
fire.
The pain train has just arrived.
Ding.
Pain train has just arrived. Please get on board. Mind the gap.
Mm.
Mind the gap. Bing bong. This is my voice for my Starfinder character.
Mm,
Please like and subscribe.
no.
Fucking door. So yeah, as it like starts like, and you hear, and all of a sudden you stop hearing like a bashing noise, and then you guys look up and you see something falling from the sky.
Oh, it's Hulk jumping at us.
Gap closer! Gap closer!
Oh Lord, he coming!
Oh
I just
Lord,
realized
he's
it was in the
coming.
middle.
There's
He thick.
He thick.
So that's the end of your turn. It's now his turn.
Oh boy, he got a 20 for his initiative. Oh boy.
As you watch as it like steps over and then looks at you, Grandpa. And you feel like you kind of felt your muscles cold before from the other one, and this one like it feels like it's freezing. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Class creature too.
Nope, I'm not.
I bet we can get some sick cold damage stuff
Oh,
for you,
22.
Olivia, off of this.
22, you succeeded. Not just, but you succeeded.
I was like, oh fuck.
Sorry.
I was like, we're all dead. Oh,
You know,
so
Oh,
am I
I'm
immune
sorry.
to its now as well?
you are now immune to its, yes.
Okay, sweet. That's good.
It is definitely going to attack you though. So first attack is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Ooh.
Awesome. You take
Cool.
26 points of damage.
Fuck.
Let's see.
Oh
So
Lord,
that
he
is
coming!
14 of which is slashing and 12 of which is cold.
Yep.
Ah shit.
So like bam, it kind of hits like right into your shell and kind of like buckle down, and then it comes down again like.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
Yep.
Here comes that boy. Oh Lord, he coming.
That is 18 points of damage, 10
Okay.
of which is slashing and 8 of which is cold.
Ouch. It's hefty 42 damage in one turn.
Yeah.
Um,
It like screams out, and you watch as the other Yetis begin to like kind of slow down, but they're still like too afraid to like get involved.
so he needs to do a strength check. He's still in the sphere.
5, 10, 15, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I think he's just out of it.
Is he?
It's 20.
From the
Oh no, you're right. For some,
5,
yeah, no,
10.
he's in it. 5, 10.
Yeah.
15.
Colleen
he's
also
just-
needs to do.
Oh, yeah.
He's just in it.
What?
You're in the storm sphere as well. 5,
Yeah.
10, 15,
You
20.
need to draw your sphere better, okay?
I didn't think that people would go that way.
I mean, to be fair, it does look like she's distinctly outside of the circle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
no,
it
I
does.
Technically,
He needs to make it as well.
Is this a
So-
strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, at least I'm good at those.
As she gets
She
a natural
does
one.
get that
Oof.
He got a 23.
Oh god, yeah, he passes.
Yeah, he wants to get the
Jesus.
fuck out of there.
Okay, I am raising complaints because it looked like I was distinctly out of the sphere.
Sorry. That is 100% my
I'll
fault.
let you
Draw it
succeed
better.
this one because you didn't know. Because that's
Okay.
to be fair, you didn't know.
We
That's
need to
all
draw it better.
Yeah, 2 points of damage.
All
Well, I mean, it wasn't bad either way, so I'll take the full 3, but, like, we need to draw this better.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've, like, actually drawn on this
Yeah,
system.
'cause-
Nah, that's
and
fair.
last time it was up in the air too.
It was so far away
Alright.
from everyone last time.
So okay, so that is Hit's turn. Mihi, you're up.
I'm still paralyzed, aren't I?
Yep. So end your turn.
Yep. I am gonna. She's so like catapult her away, and there's a threat. She's definitely gonna try and make it this time.
Well, and the fire is gone.
And
too.
the fire's
Yep,
gone.
and the fire's gone. So dirty 20.
17.
Think I'm
that's-
okay.
That succeeds.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you kind of break out of it,
Thank you. She'll like pull the cloak off of herself. Like first, she's like one of the little puppies that are under a cloth. Like what? What? Thank you. And that's I can't do anything else because it's at the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys, didn't know that a boss would show up.
Mm-hmm.
I had to roleplay. Just had to.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
You're
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
good role plays. I would prefer good role play over min-maxing.
It always walks the line between, like, what if I get some party member hurt because I decided to roleplay in a situation when maybe other people wouldn't have.
How it would have happened in the story, so makes sense.
Yeah.
So Yeti 1 is gonna try to rush, like he doesn't want to fuck with no one. He's like, okay, time to go now, bye!
Yep.
5, 10, 15.
Yeah, go kick their ass, bye!
He's still within the thing, so he's gotta make a strength saving throw.
I really didn't expect
That's a natural
big boy
one.
to come here. I
The,
should not have dropped a wall of
100%
fire.
So he gets a
Wow.
natural 1 on a saving throw.
Nice.
Takes 8 points.
Or 8 points of damage. God, I wish it'd been 18.
All right. So just it's like trying to get out. It's like
They will forever remember this day.
like Colin, you can see like tears in his eyes, like he's just running away. Like
All of it being whipped away from the winds
Yeah.
of the storms.
like the
Very
anime, like,
animated glitting.
all right, Oliphius, you're up.
Okay. God, do I go for the easy kill? They're running away. Alright, then. Yeah. Easy kill, saving best friend.
Aw.
Lightning bolt into the abominable.
Okay.
Not the actual spell lightning bolt, but
Okay.
Oh,
the
from
storm
the
spear.
storm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a 20!
Nice.
All right,
Wow.
got some good rolls on that too. 6, 5, 4, 6, 5.
Well done.
Damn.
Like you watch it, like goes into his body, and just you watch it, he kind of like stops and just rolls his like shoulder and looks over at the blue. It still hurt. It still did stuff to him.
He's got.
Yeah, it looked like all the damage went through.
He's just a healthy. He's just a healthy boy.
He's a healthy boy.
He's a thick boy.
Thick boy. He's a very thick boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of, if
Mhm.
you don't mind me asking, any effects?
What do you
Because
mean?
I have used my advantage thing again.
Not yet.
Damn it. Okay. Right. Okay. In that case, I'll move 5, 10, 15. And now I'll cast Lightning Bolt.
Nice.
Okay. You're gonna make a dexterity saving throw, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that'll require a dexterity
The
saving
Yetis,
throw.
the other Yetis too.
Yep, and it will hit the other Yetis, I think.
Okay, so Abominable Yeti.
Hang on.
That
Let
is
me
a
get the
15.
line that I'm trying to draw here.
I
I may actually have to.
Yeti 1 and Yeti 5, it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
No, Yeti 1, Yeti 5, it's okay. I understand. So
Yeah.
Yeti 1,
Golly.
that is a 17.
Okay.
Yeti 1
Knew
succeeds.
exactly what squares to avoid.
Yeti 1 succeeds.
Okay.
Not Yeti 3, Yeti 5. Yeti 5 fails. So Yeti 1 succeeds, the other 2 fail.
And the abominable failed too?
The Abominable 1 failed, yes.
Nice.
You got a 14, I think.
Oh damn! Jeez, 70 damage from those 2 lightning shots.
So
Damn.
as it goes through the Abominable Yeti, Yeti 1's just dead. It's like
Yep.
fucking, it's ripping spaghetti, never forgetty.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was the one that succeeded too.
This is why I need to know exactly what squares to avoid.
Yeah, Yeti 5 is dead too. Just they're
Lightning
all
bolt!
fucking
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Damn.
It's just like you see the amount of Yeti like kind of take it, kind of like constrict, and almost you hear as it falls, just like smoke coming off its body. both the normal Yetis fall and collapse.
Okay. I was like, did I kill it?
So yeah, Yeti 1 and Yeti 5 are fucking diggity dead for show.
Diggity dead.
Diggity dead.
Okay. I'll roll to see if I do not.
Okay. It's up to
Oh,
three
I
now,
need
right?
also to roll for. Okay.
And
then-
it's on 4 now, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, is that your
Alright.
turn?
No, because with my 20 remaining movement, 5, 10, 15, 20. Just in case. Then that's my movement. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So Yeti 3, he's just gonna kind of like 5, 10, 15. Gonna just kind of go right there and just like kind of get down and start like crying as he's just like kind of huddled down on the ground.
I wonder if I can tame these things. I have good wisdom. It's my casting stat.
Yeah, so that's all it's gonna do. That's it. Caprell, you're up.
Okay, Gabrielle, having gotten quite the static shock, realizing she's slightly in the sphere of lightning, steps back. 1. So 5, and then she's gonna go 10. Oh, fucking horse. Okay, I'm moving your horse for a second.
Fucking horse.
I can't move my character. 10.
How dare you? You can start from there.
Yeah, I know. I gotta put the horse back now. I know. Well, fuck. Horse. Stupid ass horse.
Don't hate on the
15.
horse.
It was like here.
Well, that's like
When
in the
you're riding a
middle of
horse,
like.
can't that?
Oh,
Oh,
it can't be there because that's a half square, so I'd still be in its space.
That's fine. If you're mounted on the horse, then that
I'm
counts.
not mounted on the horse.
Oh.
Alright. So that sucks. I'm closer to the horse. Or the
closer,
closer to the horse. Is
closer to all of it.
horse. The water horse. The watery tart horse. And
so it's a kelpie.
I think so, yeah. Right?
There you go.
I mean, it's still just a normal horse.
Oh, it's just a watery tart horse. The watery tart war horse. I'm going to do Mystic Frenzy. And I'm gonna do Green Flame Blade. Pew pew pew.
Green flame blade.
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Cool. So here's the D10 of slashing. So that's 11 slashing. Plus the 8 of fire. 7. Plus the 6 of fire from my right damage. It's 2.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to attack with my scythe again. 19.
19 hits.
Yay! So 10 of slashing
Okay.
plus the 6 from my right damage. That is
Nice.
yay.
So I kind of like tries to swat like the scythe out of the way with the with fire on it and stuff like that.
Hell yeah. That
All
ends
right.
my turn.
All right. Cal, you're up.
5, 10, 15.
No. That hits. Okay.
It's up.
Okay. Okay.
8 plus 4. It's, slash.
Okay then. So. Yep. Yep.
Oh boy. Mhm.
Blew your load too
26 hits.
early. I love you, Tara.
16 points of magical slashing.
And
I save the slashing backwards.
then use so I make that. Yep. Okay. I have to add because I have to obviously add a wounds. So it's still alive. It's kind of like holding on. It's a little bit. It's like you watch it. It's bleeding a lot. Like the white fur is now like red. Like a lot of the white fur is red. It's like looking around at everybody. Mm-hmm. I will say to do attacks with it, you have to use bonus action. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it gets its own. So it gets its own.
Attack. Or sit. Put stone in the chest. DC. Strength.
Okay. Okay, so we got a 13. So let's see.
Oh, that's rude.
So was the DC 14? It fails.
What? Idiot just fucking him. I told you, psychic hooves of fire.
Psychic moves of fire.
It's prancing on the Yeti's corpse.
Yes,
That
6
hits.
plus 6 to hit? Damn.
That hits.
Prancing damage.
Abominable Yetis are actually resistant to prancing damage.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Alright, it's still up, so just trying to like shove, try to get the horse off of him. Alright, Grandpa, it's your turn.
Alright. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
need
move just
Gideon
to
to give me a
strength.
strength save.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, what is this thing?
nice. Yeah, that's true.
Apparently. Well, he takes
Ooh,
5
5.
damage.
Goes at 6.
Okay.
He's fine.
So yeah, Grandpa will take his spear and he'll strike it against a rock nearby, causing it to burst into flames as I cast Searing Smite at 3rd level. And I will
You
attack.
coaching in your smiting.
Huh? I learned best from Cal about
I learned from
smiting
you.
things.
I learned it from watching you.
About smiting things. So yeah, advantage on this. It's prone. Oh, this is both bad. 13.
It fails.
Darn.
Not fails. It misses. So you go to strike and just like and like you hit this. You hit the snow and
Yeah.
begins melting.
Yeah. Luckily, Searing Smite stays up. So it's concentration.
Yeah.
I still got it for if I doubt it'll live to my next turn, but yeah, it's its turn.
Okay. Oh shit! I probably did do that. So okay, so that's your turn, yeah.
Darn. That's unfortunate because it goes right after me.
All right, so it gets up, and kind of looks around, and it takes a step backwards. So the horse gets attack of opportunity.
Oh my god! It almost crit.
Oh my god!
Gideon OP.
Wow.
Gideon OP. Cocoon.
All right, it's still up.
Oh man.
You watch it looks around and looks
Killed it, I would have been mad.
You're right.
It looks behind it. It sees the one Yeti like cowering and like clutching. You usually go, and it looks over like around, sees it's completely surrounded, kind of breathes heavily, and all of a sudden it looks over at Gideon and Capriel, and you watch it goes, and all of a sudden this cold breath of ice and like shards breathe out of its mouth. I need both Gideon and Capriel to make me Constitution saving throws.
Gideon did.
Did Gideon take damage from storm?
Yeah, it did.
Yes.
He did.
Okay. Is it? It's a con
Gideon
save.
failed. Constitution saving throw.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a con save.
Oh boy.
Thank God we were spread out.
12.
I would imagine.
I
You
have
both-
resistance to cold.
Nice.
You'll take half from this.
Okay.
So you
Thank
take
God we split up. Oh, that's a lot of dice.
that's 35 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Reduced in half is equal to 18.
Okay.
Yeah, so Capriel takes 18 points of cold damage. So, as it kind of like kind of hits into you,
Thank God we surrounded it. It could have been very bad.
it turns around to Mihi and so it raises its hands, but that's the end of its turn. So,
Oh,
Mihi, you're up.
Oh man, this is gonna be perfect. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. What she's gonna do is she's gonna like see it and like back up because like, oh god, it's attacking me, and she is going to this is good. I'm going to it looks like it's on its last legs, right?
Yeah.
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 She is going to how do I want to do this?
you're not supposed to ask that. That's what Adam says. You can't take that
The
from him.
question is, do I make
How
a
dare you.
wish? Do I make a wish or do I get away? That's the
Why do you-
question.
Why do you
Snuffles with
have to
wish.
make a wish? Can
Make
you,
a wish.
you can
I don't
console
have
it.
any. I don't have any damaging spells other than cantrips and thunderstep. I'm all utility. At least nothing that deals damage immediately.
Wish.
Because like I have a thing that does 10d6 of poison damage, but it's only on the start of their next turn.
You also have Eldritch Blast.
I do, but like
It's a
Really
classic.
disadvantage. Close up.
yeah, it's disadvantage too.
Unless you
Make a
step
wish.
away.
Make a wish.
Step away.
Make a wish.
Yeah, I think
Do
I want to make a wish because it'll be really cool if I do it. All right, I'm using a cursed wish. I'm fine. I'm fine. We're fine here. And she's gonna bring out the OG classic. She's gonna bring out the Shadow Blade.
You're gonna fireball right on top of us.
I told you that was a one-time thing. She's gonna bring out the Shadow Blade, and it's night still. So I have advantage on the attack. And it's going to be plus, I'm going to say 6. Natural 20!
Oh!
And this is plus another 2. Or sorry, plus another 3. So that's 15 plus 18 plus 5 is 38 points of damage.
Yeah, it's dead. How do you want to do this?
So she'll like it comes up to like hit her, and she's pretty beat up still, and she's still fairly scared, even though she's better now. So she'll kind of like fall down, and like in her kind of fear, she'll like reach for Grim for something. She doesn't know what she's reaching for, and she'll pull back out the Shadow Blade and just kind of huck it, and it will go straight through the thing's head, and it will fall backwards.
So yeah, so the guy tries to go over to kind of like take one last attempt to do something else. You fall like boom throw and goes right through its head. And falls on
No,
its
we
back.
killed Chewie.
Like it's kind of laying there, and I kind of like you guys look over as it kind of turns its head, and Cal, you can see in its eyes as it looks over it at the one laying down, like cowering on the ice, as like tears form, and then its eyes go.
Aww.
It was the Predator. It's fault for getting into this. We didn't come to him.
Yeah, we didn't pick a fight.
Yep. They picked the fight. We just had to end it.
As it's dying, I cast Chaos Bolt at the one that's cowering. I have 2 left.
All right, roll. It is prone, so you will
Damn
get
it.
disadvantage.
Damn it. Okay.
Double
okay.
natural 20s. Here we go.
Because technically it would be my turn.
Yeah, technically, yeah. All right, so yeah, you roll a disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Granted, its AC is not terribly the highest.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
This poor Yeti. Oh!
Oh,
Ugh.
22.
That was 1 off max damage.
Yeah.
I know. 22, 8. Psychic damage. Yeah, psychic damage.
Blow up its brain.
It's taking the psychic damage from seeing its mother or father killed.
You'll never know. As you guys watch this, all of a sudden Lucas turns his hand over, and you watch like his hand like expands, but you don't see anything, and all of a sudden you see its head explodes.
Damn!
Was that necessary?
Oh, ick.
Yeah, I don't think any of those Yetis got away. I think they all died.
We don't. Okay, look. Everybody's grumpy when they're rudely awakened.
Does anything happen first? I know. He's staying far away until something happens.
Yeah, nothing's happening yet.
Who does Cal want to walk up to?
Until something happens.
Mm.
It's fine, Steve.
Ooh.
What did the other one look like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you know this, or not. It is the same exact like soul within the thing.
Change the color.
I just want to make sure.
So I'm going to stay well away from you guys until something happens. I'm starting to feel like I'm having bad luck with the results, and I don't want anything awful to happen.
Whew.
Drop the.
Oh, yes.
Hmm.
Just snaps
Roll.
it away.
As he snaps.
No, he said, "I'm staying far away. I think I've bad luck lately, so I'm just gonna stay and just."
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
69.
Hey,
Nice.
nice.
I think we've gotten that result before.
Is that the
One
second
dollar.
But
Actually, where are you guys on the map?
Oh boy.
I'm over here.
Yeah, we're
the
all pretty
closest
far away
person
from
to you, I think, is Mihi at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah,
Old
Mihi's the
Dahlia.
closest one at 25. Old Dahlia technically is 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20.
Do it,
She's only
Oliphius.
25.
Kill me. Do it.
Okay. So, Old Dahlia, Mihi,
I guess Gideon, because he went over to us.
and
Please summon
Gideon.
the horse. Horse dies.
Let's see.
Grandpa is within 30 feet of you. Grandpa is within 30 feet of you, if that makes a difference.
Okay.
I don't know if it does. I
All
don't
right.
remember what 69
And Grandpa.
I'm 35.
No, you're 30. 5,
No,
10,
hang on.
15,
No.
20,
5,
25,
10,
30. Oh, you're right. You're 35. My
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
Mihi's
So
Okay.
Gideon,
Mihi.
Old Dahlia, and Mihi suddenly disappear.
What? What?
Hey guys, I really think that we should.
No, we can still hear your voice.
Oh.
Oh darn! I was hoping I got like banished or something.
Yeah.
No. Each person within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute.
I really feel like I've been having bad luck lately. Pop.
Me, he's just gone.
But Mihi doesn't know.
No, she doesn't.
What?
What?
I
I'm
don't
right
know.
here. What are you talking?
Me?
Oh, I can't
Oh,
see my
can I roll
hands.
survival to notice the snow?
Yeah, Grandpa's
Sure,
gonna
yeah.
just pick up a big handful of snow and throw it where Mihi just was.
roll an attack. So roll dexterity check at disadvantage.
Oh, you know I don't do those.
Oh,
Oh, hey. Oh.
Damn.
8. It was a 19 almost.
Oh, I saw the survival, and I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was it.
Nope.
Oh no, I see the little feetsy prints in the snow, and I'm just like, I know
And you
what's
watch
happening.
this big pile of snow go right next to like the feet prints in the snow.
Hey, she'll make a snowball and throw it at Grandpa.
Yeah, you watch as the snowball like gets formed and raises up like in the air. And
Make
roll me
an attack.
dexterity
that made
check.
them invisible.
Oh my god!
Okay.
We're tired. It's early morning. We just fought Yetis. We're all tired. Yeah,
Okay.
the weakest
Can
snow
I-
fight.
Well,
To avoid a grapple, that's athletics or acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
Roll your
Well,
athletics.
if you guys are just gonna.
Technically, you must.
I'd like to point out how freaky it is that we're having a snow fight in the snow covered in Yeti gore. Like all the snow is like
Everywhere.
No, it's totally fine. If you get red streaks on you, that means you got hit. That's why.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
paintball.
Lord.
Oh, 22.
I hate to see it happen.
Me challenges him inside the snow.
Jesus.
Please leave. This place is very corpsey.
Can you
If
maybe
he's
that
saying
dome
that, then you
again?
know that it's true.
very, very true, Caffrey.
Also, get Cal off of me.
I would
I'll
if I
leave
could
that
see
to you.
myself. I'm falling
Less
all
than a
over.
minute.
It hasn't been a minute yet, has it?
I would say not yet.
Sorry, moment.
Olympius, I know you needed the parts from that behir to make Cal's sword. Is there anything we could salvage from these you might use in your studies, or
Could I use an
matches?
Arcana check to see?
Sure.
Can I use an Arcana check to see? Because I've got +9, and maybe you could help me, Olympius?
Sure. I'd give you an
I guess it
advantage.
depends
I
since he's the
guess.
one enchanting. I think it'd be more.
Yeah, would it have to be because he's the one enchanting, or
No.
would I be able to know too?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
You both studied magic, so.
Yeah. Maybe the eyes, because the gaze was very icy.
Yeah, or the lungs, something in the lungs, or yeah.
Maybe.
24.
24.
24. So yeah. Oh god, yeah, you rolled pretty high. You would know that taking there's like a special kind of muscle in its throat that helps produce like that cold breath. Which could be used for a couple things. It could be used for a potion of dragon breath of like cold. It could be used for a couple other things. If you take its eyes, it could be useful for maybe
Paralysis kind of thing.
paralysis kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah, we could certainly try to take the eyes. The abominable has a gland somewhere in its throat that.
Yes, that's the larynx.
Okay, Cal.
Yeah, I was right.
Cal sounds like one of those like middle schoolers who like just learned something. And it's like, yo, it's this thing. This is how it is.
Have you guys heard? You guys heard mitochondria? Powerhouse the cell.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get those eyes out of my head for a very long time, but they're powerful.
Then let's remove them.
You can do that.
Petrified. Light when the eye is darkness. Feel turn to stone.
Are you okay?
I'm still sitting.
He's like, and this. Oh crap!
I can take a crack at the removal of those parts, unless anybody else has. I know Mihi did the Behir.
Well, you have access to five Yeti eyes because one of the heads exploded.
5 pairs of Yeti eyes.
5 pairs of normal Yeti eyes.
Does that mean that those eyes would just be like easy for us to grab because they're
Yeah, we
already
could find them somewhere.
Let me check.
Probably
Let me see
not.
something.
I've got a +6 for survival. I don't know if.
No, they're
is
gone.
higher.
I have a +6 for survival as well.
Okay, well,
I'm not good with a knife.
I thought it was
wow.
nature that we needed to do last time.
I'll give it a
That's
try
the
on
only reason why I would have done it.
I gotta pull out. No, I know it's Arcana. One check is Arcana and one check is
okay.
Medicine.
Oh, okay.
I can help with Arcana. I'm the best one here.
The
Arcana.
same person has to roll both rolls.
Fuck!
Oh, I've got +2 in Arcana, +6 in Medicine.
Oh god, what was the fucking? I'm trying to.
I've got
remember.
+9 and
have-
+3.
I've
that's pretty
+6
good.
and +1.
I think me.
I'm-
Yeah, I think me. Yeah.
Be able to help her because she's not climbing in here.
Yeah, and I can give guidance too. So if someone wants to assist her, I'll give guidance.
So let's try
Okay,
and get
so,
that
yeah.
hand first.
So DC Arcana checks equal to 8 plus challenging. So for the Arcana check for the normal Yetis to get their eyes will be 11. DC 11 Arcana check.
That's pretty easy.
You can get
The
that.
DC Medicine check to get the eyes will be 15.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
So maybe we should go with whoever's higher in medicine.
I've got a 6 Medicine.
What's your Arcana?
Okay.
Yeah, what's your Arcana?
+2 Arcana, +6 Medicine.
I say we give Grandpa it.
Okay. Yeah, and we can assist
Okay,
with the
assist.
Arcana.
I get out my my tongs for blacksmithing, clinking them together.
Yeah, Aliphius, can you do the assistance? I don't want to look at those things again.
Oh, I don't
Alright,
think they
so
were so
what you
bad.
want to do,
Kind
Grandpa?
of pretty, actually. And I'll give myself guidance and get my tools in there and start working on them. So, Arcana first?
With advantage.
Okay. And do I add guidance to both of these or just one of them?
I mean,
I'd
there's no
say-
reason why you can't do both.
Yeah.
Okay. So Arcana first. That is not that great, but that makes it a 12.
That makes it nice. Okay, cool.
Someone
Yep.
wants to keep track of
You
these.
know exactly like what part of the eyes you specifically need.
So is it?
Yep.
Okay, so it's Arcana and Medicine for each.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then is someone
DC
assisting me with
15.
is someone assisting me with medicine or no?
I don't have the
Unfortunately,
thing.
can't.
I don't think anybody has proficiency
Okay.
in medicine.
Okay, then this one's just regular. Medicine for 20 or 21.
Yeah. Cool. You get one pair of eyes.
Okay.
You get one pair of Yeti eyes.
Next one, Kana. 4.
Yep.
16.
That's success.
Medicine. D4. Fail. Or no, that's exactly a
You
success.
just succeeded. That's
It's a
two.
guidance. Okay. Kana. Advantage. 4. Succeeds.
Yeah, that's a success.
And
So-
medicine. 4.
Success.
That
That's
succeeds.
three pairs. These are normal.
Yeah. Ooh, dropped in that one. With a D4. That succeeds.
Okay.
And then medicine on that one.
Mm-hmm.
4. That succeeds.
Yep, that succeeds. So that's four
Okay,
of them.
one more.
Yeah, one more.
Kana. That
Success.
succeeds. And then medicine. 4. That succeeds.
Success. So you get all five pairs of Yeti eyes.
Sweet. Okay, I think
Okay.
I've got the
Even
hang of
abominable?
this so far.
Nope, not the abominable.
That's, now that I'm all warmed up, move on to this one. His hand's just covered in blood. All right. Now, what was that again, Aliphius? If you could bring me here, and then I'll start on eyes first or muscle
Okay, let's
first.
see.
I
So
so
the
the
medicine-
with eyes
so-
might as well, since we know the
You-
checks.
Hold on, here's the thing. So no, because
They're different?
it's different for the abominable.
Okay. Gotcha.
So the Arcana check you need for the abominable Yeti is going to be 17
Ooh,
for Arcana.
yikes. Okay.
Okay.
Do advantage on that one, but
Well, do we know what the medicine is?
I think the medicine is the same.
Okay, so we
pretty
may
sure
want to switch up people.
Switched.
so it's
So yeah,
probably yeah, and I'll give you guidance, of course.
it's the same thing.
Do you
by
have
the way-
proficiency in medicine?
If you guys have
oh yeah,
access to
I've got proficiency in medicine, so I can assist Mihi.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
if you guys have access to a laboratory, you guys can make potion of invisibility to monster,
Ooh.
which is invisibility to basically Yetis.
Interesting.
That's wildly specific, but
Natural 20!
Nat 20.
Nice.
Pristine eyes.
And then the
Well,
medicine
you
check?
gotta take advantage of guidance.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Dirty 20 plus 1, 21.
Alright, so you get the abominable Yeti guys. So now time for the little throat muscle.
Mihi looks like
Um,
slightly
same-
vengeful as she plucks out the eyes.
It's gonna be the same Arcana check. Same Arcana check. The medicine will be 19.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Nice, Arcana succeeds.
Yep. And then the medicine.
Oh,
No,
damn.
you're kind of going in. You're kind of like
Hang
kinda
on.
getting it.
hang on. What was it?
And we needed a 19.
You need a 19 medicine check. So right now she's at
I'm going to
17.
use my last 2 of my sorcery points to give her an additional 4.
Yes!
Yeah!
Alright.
Yay!
So you feel like you're about to like get into an area, like you see it happening, slow motion, like no, as you're about to like cut a place it's not supposed to go. All of a sudden, you feel your arm magically get pushed up a little bit and get in the right spot.
That's
So congratulations, you're having a
Olivia behind you, guiding your hand like a rom-com movie.
like fucking
At
Ghost,
least-
like the movie Ghost, just like
At least it didn't have to crawl inside of its throat this time. Yeah, you weren't inside. The smell was awful. I mean, you thought they smelled bad on the outside. It's a big fuzzy white thing in the snow.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Tauntaun something.
I'll put them all in jars. Dry them. So we can serve them, and or there's like some jelly substance. We start going. We've performed 5-6 things of surgery in the morning.
That's a
Oh well.
Pretty much anyone I could possibly think of.
I would personally like to be at an inn and
I'd
have
like
a
to tackle
special.
Cal.
purposely.
They just
Alright.
really want to wrestle in the snow with each other.
I just want to do it out of spite.
Alright, yeah, go for it.
Should we get on the? So start our way across the very, very, very frightening frozen lake.
Yes, I suppose so. It did seem to take the weight of that Yeti you blew the head up of pretty well, so I think it should.
The one that was crying. and
If we
knocking back-
perhaps spread out the horses maybe a bit, maybe some of us walk rather than in the carriage. I'm not. How far is this?
It's like a day's journey.
Oh, it's a day's journey. Okay, then.
You spend a whole day on the ice. That's the thing. It's either you take a day on the ice or you take 4 extra days going around.
Well,
it.
you made snowshoes, right, Grandpa?
I did, yes, for all of us and sleds.
That should help.
I'm gonna put on the snowshoes.
Me too.
Yeah. Does anybody need?
Yeah.
Does anybody else need a break or a rest before we move on?
We can rest on the cart.
Sure. I mean, I can recover pretty easily with a short rest, but I didn't know if anybody else needed a longer one.
Oh, I'll probably take a breather on the cart myself. No, please,
You
please.
gave me
I
some,
can
right?
take.
Yeah.
Save them.
them.
We'll rest.
I'm fine with resting.
So you begin your trek across the ice. And I think that's a good place to end it for today.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna do my healing real quick for my short rest.
Same.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for joining in on tonight's session. We're happy to be back from our Christmas break.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
We're excited to see you guys on the 25th of January. We love each and every single one of you.
Bye.
Bye.